The following playthrough contains references to cannabis, a mention of blood, some petty drama, and a handful of swears. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, my audio quality improves as we go, and Amanda's done eating chicken nuggets by the time we actually start playing. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Thanks.
Hello, Kickstarter. I mean, the website, probably not, but anybody considering this game, thank you for being here. Thanks for checking it out. Today, we're going to be playing through a full live playthrough of my game, Here We Used to Fly, and I am so excited to share it with you. So, I'm joined by two wonderful humans. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, who's first? Can I go first, Amanda?
Yes.
Okay,
you go
great.
First.
Hello, my name is Anthony. I am I want to say longtime friend of Kurt's. We have played many board games together, many storytelling games together, and I am beyond excited about today. I have like a combination of like little kid on Christmas morning getting a new present and like proud abuela looking down on their little child running out into the world and becoming a grand engineer. It's finally happening. I am a children's book writer. You can find my books under the name John Diary on Amazon and other places. I write books, choose your own adventure books, little mini game books for little mini people, and I'm also a student of economics, and I'm a two-time World Cup attending Quidditch player. So pretty big deal. Just saying. Whew.
That is a pretty big deal. Now I gotta follow that up. So, hey everyone, I have not won any World Cups for Quidditch, nor do I even know how to play. But I am a person that streams and is on the internet, and I do like to play bocce ball. So I don't know if I'd win a championship, but I do like that. My name is Amanda. Some people on the internet know me as VampX13. You can call me Vampy if you want, or you can just call me Amanda. I'm Amanda McKnight. I'm an actor, a YouTuber, a streamer, a cosplayer, a all-around nerd, and that pretty much sums up what I do. Yeah, I like to play RPGs with these cool humans that are here.
Don't assume.
Yeah, and
I'm an advanced AI.
I've known Kurt for a long time, and I live in actually I think the same place as Anthony, but we've never met in person. But we have met and played many RPGs together online. So
yeah.
Yes.
Let's not talk about that. It's an embarrassment.
It's not an embarrassment.
You get her attitude. I'm sure.
We still see each other more than I see other people sometimes in real life. So we're still crushing it, I think.
Yeah. We're best
with
friends.
Our friendship. We're basically best friends.
We're killing it.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kurt Refling. I'm a tabletop role-playing game designer and big unforgivable nerd. Love tabletop games, love storytelling, love spending time with both of these two. And outside of the Kickstarter, you can find me at Kurt Refling on Twitter. Here We Used to Fly is a sort of scene-driven game where we're all going to be telling the story of a group of kids who visit a theme park and then the adults that they become exploring its abandoned grounds.
Isn't that cool? So, just take a moment, soak that in. Whoa.
Well, I can't join this fasting or
you don't.
Very egoistical of me. But I'm thrilled. So that's the whole premise. We're going to be flashing backwards and forwards in time, and basically it's going to feel kind of like a coming-of-age indie film. The whole story will be told as we go along. We're going to be making characters that have two pieces to them. There will be a child playbook and an adult playbook, and like one is you as a kid, one's you as an adult. Yeah.
That's cool.
Thanks, Michael, for the bits.
Yeah, thank you for the biddies. Thank you, Michael. I'm also just going to quickly, while you're explaining this, I'm actually going to go onto my Nightbot, and I'm going to add a thing in case people want to see what we're playing, so that that will
that makes sense.
come up.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I'll add a link for that. Anyways, so that's really cool. So we're gonna have, so that's one of the docs that you sent us, right? Like our play area.
Yeah, so there's
Okay.
there's two pieces that you've been sent. One is a play area where we'll just be pasting characters for now, and the other is
Righto.
the rules, which you will also need because it's got stuff. We're
Right.
going to be answering leading questions, and we'll play this game from character creation through to the story and follow our characters through their whole tale over the course of this stream, including the very start of the game, which is our sort of tone setting and safety tools. Now, I should say before the game, we all worked together to figure out if we had any lines or veils today, areas that we didn't really want to explore in text. So we've done that. We're all good. Anthony's smiling because for reasons I won't get into here. But there's a couple more questions that we want to answer before we start. So Here We Used to Fly was developed to create a sort of sense of childlike excitement and adolescent mischief. It was also designed to explore the relationships between people in an imperfect world. Here are our two questions. The first is, do we want to focus on conflict between our characters or how they support each other through challenges? It's kind of a sliding scale, a spectrum.
So it's a sliding scale. So we can choose somewhere in between.
Absolutely.
So sorry, how they evolve or their challenges?
It's like the conflicts between them, like how they butt heads, or like how they support each other through their challenges.
I want some
like
good
both.
fights.
Yeah, same. It's weird because
Okay.
my initial instinct with us is to be like, let's support each other. But then I'm also like, ooh, but I love when we have conflict. Because I feel like our conflicts are always very like juicy.
Okay.
It's because of the deep conflicts that run between us in real life that we don't
True.
face. And so they come out in narrative.
That's exciting because not everybody picks that. I figure like we will have an undercurrent of like friendship and connection, of course. But yeah, absolutely. Let's get into trouble. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into trouble.
Our second tone setting question is if our story should be more about discovery or loss.
Oh. Okay, is this also sliding scale or is this one or the other?
Yeah.
This
all
is sliding scale too? Oh, I kind of want a little bit of both. I think that's where the dream is, you know? It's like when you discover things, but then there's also like kind of a cost to evolution, I guess, and change.
Yeah, love it. We'll definitely strike a balance so that we've got some, oh, look at this, and some,
Right.
oh, what happened to this?
I'm happy with that.
Okay. Sick.
Cool.
Cool. So general policy, both for this game and like in general, we can always pause if we need to stretch our legs, grab a drink, use the bathroom, just like talk about what happened or the direction we're going. These are safety tools that I know us three are pretty comfortable using with each other, but I am reinforcing it because it is in the game. And
Thank
so
you.
it's good to tell the world.
Yeah.
And that goes for all of you in chat too. If you want us to stop so you can go pee or get a snack or whatever, just type in the chat and we will stop, you know? Everyone is
Oh my
equal
gosh.
here.
That's such a bad
Always
policy
good.
for a stream to have. They have a
Always
pause
good.
button.
Oh my gosh.
Pause.
Pause. Gotta pause it. Can you just pause for a second? Gotta pee.
The joy of a live stream to make people pause in real life.
Aye. Interesting.
So now that we've talked about safety tools, the next thing we're going to be doing is creating characters. Like I said, our characters are made up of two pieces of this person. One is them as a child, and one is them as an adult. And each playbook has an adjective that's going to describe like the dominant personality trait or mood. And I do want to be clear right off the bat, this isn't like the only thing that matters about them. Like if you picked a person who was curious, they got a lot of other stuff going for them. You know, they could be sad about things, they could be mad about things, they could be excited about things. But curious is something they often feel and are exploring or dealing with. Similar to if you have pick an angry person, an angry playbook. Yes, they're probably dealing with some stuff, but also just they're a human being and they will feel happy and they will feel, you know, sadness and fear and all kinds of things that aren't anger. Each of us is going to be choosing 2 of the playbooks, and we can basically start at any point. So if any of the playbooks call out to you for you as a kid, feel free to let us know, and you'll have some leading questions to answer.
I feel like what I want to be is I wanted to be something that actually reflected myself, because I kind of wanted to use the game to just kind of like, I don't know, connect with like my past self and everything. But then I realized I have the unicorn light and I'm wearing a unicorn sweater, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is like already a character. Like, this is already a version of me still, because I think all characters obviously are a version of ourselves. But I was like, oh, like maybe this character, like, she really loves unicorns, and like maybe she's like kind of like a disillusioned like girl who like lives in a fantasy world. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm already creating a character in my head now.
I think I know what I want to go with. This is like, yeah, this is me stepping out of my normal Anthony self to try to be other people. And I wanted to do passionate as my child playbook, I think. The description of passionate for those who are watching is you have big feelings, all caps. Love, hate, joy, fear, it's all there, swirled up together like a tilt-a-whirl. Check out those words. Someone put them in order.
Someone wrote those words.
Whoa.
I think I want to be spacey.
Hell yeah.
Ace.
Yeah.
And that's for your child character?
Yeah.
Great. I mean, they're the same character, but you know,
they might change when we become adults. We grab different playbooks.
Yeah, you will grab a
so we
second
will change.
Playbook. Yeah, just as everyone grows and changes. And depending on what you pick, your story could be one of growth or, tragedy, really. I think I'm going to be an anxious kid.
Ooh, I like that.
Struggle here.
So we're spacey, passionate, and anxious together.
Yeah, and we'll go through a set of questions to develop this. Maybe let's just grab our second playbook at the same time. Why not? Why heckin' not?
So we're grabbing our second playbook, which is the one within, or our adult playbook?
It's a grown-up playbook. It's your adult self.
So part of me sees distant as an option and thinks that that would be mighty cool to have a passionate to distant vector. I'm not sure.
So for our grown-up playbooks, we grab from the same list.
It's the same set, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just it's going to be a different reflection of a person as an adult. Anthony, I will throw distant in there for you.
Oh, thanks. I hadn't really made up my mind, but now I have.
Now you have, haha. I made you pick.
Do you know what you want to be, Kurt?
I almost made. I feel like if we want to butt heads a little bit, I'm going to pick controlling. I feel like anxious to controlling is a pipeline that makes sense in my mind.
Totally.
I think they all make sense in different ways, but this one's going to make problems too. So there it is. And then Amanda, anything calling out to you?
I mean, I think either controlling, angry, or weird.
Ooh,
and as a kid, you were spacey.
I was spacey.
Spacey to angry is such an interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like that? Okay, I'll do
yeah.
angry. Sure.
Cool.
Okay.
Controlling, angry, and distant. Good.
We're gonna be
Good.
a great
Fun-
time.
What a
What a fun
party.
time. What a good group of friends.
None
Honestly,
of us
every
are
group of friends.
I know.
All right, tag yourself.
What happened to us?
I'm angry.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm excited about this. We're gonna have problems. Okay, so we start now by going through the questions that we've got for our character playbook choice. Maybe we'll start with Amanda.
Heh.
You are a spacey child, so your description is you're always a little bit in a daydream.
True.
First question is, what are you thinking about in there, really?
Unicorns.
Has this always been your thing, or is this just your phase right now?
I wouldn't call it a phase.
Okay. Do other people call it a phase?
People that don't know me might.
Right. But this is
They
who
don't
you
get
are,
it.
really.
This is who I am.
Okay.
One day I'm gonna meet a unicorn.
Who gets the most frustrated with your spaciness?
Who gets the most frustrated?
Yeah, there are some prompts if you'd like to pick and choose.
No, I mean, I think
There are some prompts that I lovingly wrote, Kurt says.
Oh,
No, Amanda
sure.
says.
I don't think that's what I want to. No, there's another
sure,
option
give
for
me prompts.
everything.
Give me prompts.
So.
I had an instinct, but I don't want to go with it. So give me prompts and let me see if maybe a different.
That's what they
instinct
say. Don't go with your instincts.
Yeah, everyone's always saying that.
Right.
Well, our prompts are your friends who get tired of repeating themselves, authority figures who feel disrespected, or nobody. Folks accept it as a part of who you are.
What about you?
I think
No.
do I go with my instinct or do I go
Yeah.
against my instinct? My instinct was to say, my instinct was to say my mom. But
Ooh.
that's not based on my actual mom. My mom has
That's
always
okay.
been very
You
patient.
didn't have to say
I
that.
know, but I just
Now
felt
I'm
like
suspicious.
Now you're suspicious. Oh my goodness. No, but I just felt like I needed to say that because I didn't want people to think that I was talking about my real mom. That's all. So
Sure.
Don't
Yeah.
DM her mom, okay?
I think we will all we agree to accept as a unit that while you are trying to channel an inner Amanda for this character, it's also not going to be you in many ways.
yes, I don't think it really will be me. There will always be elements of me, but I don't know if this is that. Basically, just if my mom is watching, I love you, Mom, and I know that you love. If I was ever spacey, which I'm pretty sure I was at some points in my life and still am, you love it. So
This is so sweet.
all good, all good. So yeah,
I do
love
have
you,
a
Mom.
follow-up question. Is it a patience thing? Like you take too long for stuff, or
I think
like
she
what?
just doesn't get it.
Okay.
Like I think it's less of a like getting frustrated and more of just like a thing of like trying to maybe detract from it. Like be like maybe just what if we didn't talk about unicorns for like 10 minutes?
Could you just be normal this time for me?
Just for 10 minutes. Yeah, let's just see what it feels like. But I'm like, nah. Or maybe my mom is someone that thinks maybe it's like a phase. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was going to say.
Okay.
Like she's like, she'll
One of
grab
those
this.
people who, if they don't know you, ooh, it hurts. Great. Okay. What makes you feel most there, fully immersed in the present moment?
What a great question.
When I have a blanket over my head.
Ooh.
Kind of in your own little zone.
Yeah, like I have a really fuzzy blanket that's like rainbow colored. And when I have it over my head, I can rub it on my face. And I imagine that's what it feels like to rub your face into a unicorn. And it just helps me to like focus and calm down and remind myself that, like, this is my destiny.
I love that. The last question is something that you won't immediately be able to answer. It's which park feature have you idly daydreamed about for years? So
The carousel.
Whoa! Well, we actually do. You're very lucky because we do have a carousel that our guest writer just wrote.
What?
Like a week ago.
Wow.
So just for you, we're gonna have that be in the game. I
Great.
will be candid that most of the time, these are to get people looking through the features so that they're taking a glance at the book. The carousel is there, the merry-go-round.
Right.
And that's you.
I'm the merry-go-round.
You are the merry-go-round.
Where are the
it's
attractions?
in that book, the long one.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The attractions will work kind of like Fall of Magic.
Right.
We'll touch on that.
Okay.
But before we ask you any more questions about who you become, let's talk about Anthony's character, a passionate child.
It's me.
Amanda, do you want to lead some questions here?
I would love to
Anthony?
lead some questions. Let me just scroll back up here. Passionate. So, do I pick one of these 4? Oh, no, you just asked me everything. Oh, and those are the prompts. I see. How do you feel about your passion?
It's a good question. I think of it as a burden. One of the options here is it's embarrassing. Nobody else is such a mess, and I think it's almost that. But like I try not to think about it most of the time until it flares up, and then I'm just like, why am I like this? Why?
Oh my gosh, I love how like emo you are.
Hey, if there's one thing I'm good at in storytelling games, it's going real emo.
Real emo.
You know him, you love him.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
emo Anthony.
Oh man, that's what I'm always thinking. I'm like, man, I love Anthony's going real emo on this one.
Oh, he just emoed it up.
This is a great follow-up question. When's the last time you cried?
Like 30 seconds before we arrived at the park.
Like every time you come?
I mean, not every time, specifically this time, but it's not too weird. I think I was dead set on taking a picture with like in front of this like huge poster of this big clown that was like visiting the park last time I was here, and I've been thinking about it, and I've been wanting to take a picture with it. And as we like drove through like up to the front gates, the poster's gone, of course, because that was like 3 months ago, and that's no longer an attraction, and I couldn't handle it.
Oh no! That's so sad.
I'm a mess.
What response to your emotions gets on your nerves?
One of the prompts here is a lack of response. I think that's what I want to choose. Like, I feel things so much I don't get it when people won't also feel it with me. It's just so foreign. It feels like an attack.
Yeah, that makes sense. Which park feature are you always first in line for?
Well, I'll learn from Amanda's mistakes. Not just yell out an attraction name. I'll look at the list.
We had it.
Yeah, you did have it. So look at you go. I'm gonna say there's lots of fun things here. I'm gonna say the big coaster, the big roller coaster. There is something about the losing yourself in that, in like the thrill of it, which is relief.
Oof. I like that. Gets you out of your head a little bit. All right, let's move on to my anxious child.
Good time. Ask questions. So for anxious, the line that you may or may not have wrote to describe yourself is nervous, fidgety, easily overwhelmed, or simply hiding a deep fear that you'd hate for the world to discover. Kurt, what stresses you more than anything else?
I think it's noisy crowds. There's just something about being like in the midst of all that just it can be too much for me sometimes.
Yeah.
I have previously taken advantage of my friend's weird unicorn blanket, and it's kind of embarrassing, but at least then like you can pretend that you're not in a group of people. Yeah, that's kind of how we met, actually.
That's a good bonding moment. I love that. Okay, another question. What calms you down when you are panicking? I mean, besides from the unicorn blanket.
Right. Well, it's not usually a unicorn blanket. It's kind of embarrassing. I just need some time away. I just take a little time for myself.
Take some time for yourself.
You know, I remember Dad used to say, like, just breathe. And that's just easier for me to do if I'm not focusing on somebody else.
Interesting. You need to be by yourself. That's where there's some calm. What impacts you the most when anxiety hits? What sort of effect does it have on you?
It's kind of a lot for me. I guess because I want to go, like I just can't focus. I can't sit still. I start to fidget. I start to get really antsy. That's what my mom always calls it. She says, I've got antsy pants. And I hate it when she says that. So, yeah, I don't really like that at all.
Love it. Antsy.
Don't write antsy pants.
What if I write not antsy pants?
But do please write antsy pants.
And finally, you won't have to look at the list for this one. Which park feature do you associate with a particular? Oh wait. Oh, interesting. I thought it was going to be the same question as the others. Which park feature do you associate with a particular moment of worry?
That would be the Halls of Illusion, which just things multiply out in front of you. You can't figure out which way to go. How are you going to be alone if when you go to the corner, there's just 5 of you there? Ugh.
Yeah. Never can be alone. Not when you're surrounded by yourself. Love it. That's great. We've made some children. For most people, it takes 9 months.
Cool. All right. So we have some kids that are cool kids, I think, really.
So
Cool
it's
kids.
time to take a look at how they turn into these disaffected adults, these problem-having adults. We are actually going to make the adult half of the character now. Before we, because you see, friends, the gameplay is going to go as follows. On our turn, we're going to pick an attraction, and then we're going to all work together to describe what that attraction looks like. There are some prompts that we'll choose from to kind of create an image that we all share of what it looks like and what it has there. And once we've done that, we play through some scenes as kids at that attraction. And then boom, baby, we fast forward to the abandoned ruins at that same attraction. We all describe that together and go through adult scenes. Finally, time to go back and choose a new attraction as kids again. So that's the whole flow of the game.
So it's like little vignettes from like the past and the future.
Yep, bingo.
Intermingled. Interesting. Cool.
Amanda, you are an angry adult. Your playbook says you're not always angry, but you do have a deep reservoir of rage and you can't easily control when it bubbles to the surface. So our first question is, who is the most frequent target of your outbursts?
I think the world.
Okay,
Is that
like
an
the state of
option?
affairs. You go on like rants about just how things
Politically
Yeah.
informed child.
I think I
No, this is an adult.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. It's hard
Yeah,
for me to get a kid mind.
I think there's just a lot of resentment for like the way the world is.
I like
So
that.
like maybe society? Is that an option? Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah. There's all of these have other, because I think it's important to be able to explore your own ideas.
I
We
think
just
maybe
greased the
the
wheels with
answer
some fun
is the
ideas.
world, but really the answer is myself, if that makes
Ooh.
sense. Does that make
Brackets
sense?
myself. Add that to the Google Doc.
Yeah.
Oh, it's there, baby.
But I don't know if we're at the point where my character is aware of that, but I often think when people have a lot of rage outward, it's because there's a lot of unresolved conflict inward. And I'm saying that also as a person that when I experience rage, I'm like, what am I really mad about, though?
Right.
Right.
I feel like that's a really useful insight in general.
One of those rules.
You've got another question here. How does your anger manifest? Some of the prompts are cruel jokes, furious yelling, physical violence, but it could be any number of ways that this leaks out.
Rage tweeting.
I think sarcasm is something that my character goes towards. And I think just like a general disrespect of really anything that just happens to be near me when I'm irritated.
Okay. That makes sense.
So I just become
You're just really
sarcastic.
unpleasant.
Yeah,
to
I
be
become
around.
sarcastic, dismissive, and basically just disrespectful.
Okay. Who are you when you're not so worked up? Perhaps someone who needs comfort, intensely focused, loving, or joyous, perhaps calm and collected in spite of everything.
I think I'm logical.
Okay.
Are you illogical when you get angry?
I think I am irrational when I get angry. I don't know if I'd say I was illogical, but irrational.
What's the difference
definitely.
between those things?
Right. So I think illogical for me, the way I'm interpreting that, would mean that I'm getting to a place where everything is becoming nonsense, as opposed to like everything being like understandable and calculated, and like this is a decision that makes sense. Irrational for me is something that is like you're being really dramatic, you're being really just unreasonable, I think, as a person. So it's like instead of, you're not necessarily illogical, but you might be willing to overlook some logical solutions to problems because you're so, I guess, swept up in a rage. But I wouldn't say illogical because I wouldn't say that like my character would be a person that would basically be like, someone might say like, oh, here's the solution to a problem. And my character would be like, no, I need like a fish and a fish will fix it. It's like, okay, but the problem is a math equation. My character isn't going to be like, right, but I need a fish. Like that to me is illogical. Whereas irrational would be like, you can't fix the problem. I've already done everything and it's just not possible.
Cool.
It's unsolvable would be maybe my character's go-to for that math equation.
Right.
But they're not going to
You
start
can't
looking
fix
for a fish.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
But
there's
the
no
fish
fish.
can't help.
Great.
Yeah, that can't help us.
No fish.
Yeah.
No
they're
fish.
aware of that.
Your last question, and you can let this simmer while you take a peek at the attractions, is what park feature were you in line for when you lost your patience? So we can revisit that in a minute if you want to take a chance to glance through what we might explore. While you do that, Anthony, your character as an adult is described as distant. You find it hard to connect with others. Maybe you don't mind. You tell yourself you don't mind. But when everyone's together, it's hard not to feel like you don't belong. What prevents you from connecting with others?
There's some good options here. Like, I like one of the prompts is a secret you're afraid to reveal, and that feels juicy and fun. I think like it. I think it's but this like fear of being judged, manipulated, or hurt makes a lot of sense. I'm going to say a fear of myself. Perhaps there is a secret in there, but this is a defense mechanism that's developed in order to stop myself from going down the same paths that I've gone before. In some sense, I'm still the same child I was inside. I've just developed layers to protect the world from it.
I think I'm gonna go with the Halls of Illusion. By the way.
Cool. Well, that's spicy. Because now we have 2 reasons to go there. Well, we have reasons to go there as players. Our characters, I'm sure, would not like to at all.
No, 2 reasons not to go there.
Which means there's drama to be found. Amanda, can I pass the baton of Anthony questions to you?
Yes. So Anthony, you're a distant, right? Wow, we're all so interesting as adults, aren't we? Distant, controlling, and angry.
Yeah, it's a good
We've got
combo.
troubles.
The world has not been good. Okay. Who have you connected to in the past?
Wow, one of the options here is an imaginary friend. That's fun. What have you connected to in the past? I'd like to say one of you two.
Right.
As a very strong connection that maybe doesn't exist anymore, but that in terms of people that I was once connected to, one of you.
Cool.
Amanda, can I choose your character?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah. And how do you pretend to fit in?
Great question. I really like one of the prompts here, which is with lies to protect yourself. That's good.
Wow, that's really real.
Yeah, right? Sometimes pretend life is easier to share than real life.
True.
Sounds better too.
Which park feature allows you a moment of respite from social obligations?
What a fun question.
Right?
I think the Monster's Eye. There's a massive Ferris wheel, and riding it all the way to the top, all by yourself. If you can convince the guy not to put somebody else in the car with you, then you can sit at the very top of the world and be, for once, all alone with all your feelings.
Ooh, it's a good one.
That is a good pick.
I guess we got to round it out now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kurt, you're controlling. Also, your character is controlling. The description is, you're the one in charge in most situations. But to be honest, you like it that way. It's the only way to be sure that things are done correctly. First question for you. What makes you feel like you need to be in control?
I think for me, it's fear about what will happen if I'm not in charge. This is an extension of the anxiety that I had as a kid. If I'm in control of the situation, then, I mean, it's fine. I can get through this.
Yeah. Control the situation. Take out the unknowns. This was exactly the question I was going to ask you just as a human, Anthony, but the book does it too. What happens when you aren't the one in control?
I think that it's a little on the subtler side. It's a kind of, I'm not as cooperative, willing to go along with things. I make these kind of barbed comments. I feel like this is a similar kind of pathological approach to this that my friend has. It's a kind of shutting down. So yeah, we're gonna go with subtly sabotaging others. It's just how it is. I wish it wasn't.
That's good. Subtly sabotaging others. And then, of course, how do you assert control? How do you do your controlling?
ultimately, if I'm being honest, this comes down to just being loud.
Interesting.
Because I've been trained out of my sort of movements to myself. And if I can't have this non-verbal way of sort of soothing myself, then I've got to engage with people. My mom always said, stop getting in your own world and talk to people. And that means that I talk too much. I am too loud and too big. And it's just, it just hasn't worked out. It's gone in the opposite way. So I just am loud.
Speaking the loudest and the longest. Well, is there a moment in life, like, first year of college or whatever, that like you first were loud? When did it start? How did you switch?
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone would have noticed until then, but it was actually first year of college. I wanted to like start a new leaf. I didn't go to college like in our home region. I was a few cities away, and I was like, this is my chance to redefine myself. No one will ever call me Antsy Pants again. And I just remember like we're sitting in the circle, we're all introducing ourselves, and I just kept talking. I started talking to myself, and when I finished saying things about myself, I kind of muscled in and took the RA's power by like passing the verbal baton to the next person, and then suddenly now I was the one asking the intro questions, and it felt kind of good.
Fascinating. I wonder if your name is easy to turn into Antsy Pants. The only one I can think of is Anthony, so I don't know how that's going to go. But
that is confusing, isn't it?
Final question: Which park feature makes you feel least in control?
I hate those spinny rides. It's just like there's this one that I remember the carnival had where you're just like pressed up against the wall. And then it's like gravity isn't even power here anymore. You're just like, you're spinning around and you're not touching anything. That's the worst of them all. And I think that that's the worst for me. So it's the carnival, basically, at large. Carnival Alley.
Nice. You're the anti-Amanda.
I'll probably cut that whole discussion of favorite theme park attractions out. So no Kickstarter that was a callback. Okay, that's our characters. I think it would be useful here to maybe like take a little bio break, but I could talk about how the game works or some like role play tips before we do that, if that would be good. Fun for folks here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Other than like our name, pronouns, and like a reintroduction of our characters, the only thing we'll really have left to do is kind of decide like how we know each other. There's already some pretty good connection points to work with, but here's how it's going to work in play. Basically, like I said, we're going to pick a location, and then we're going to describe it as a group. We're going to pick some options from a list of things that it has there. And then each of us gets one scene that like we're the star of. In a scene, it's about your character. You could be acting this out as a little scene back and forth with someone else, or you can have a little description of something that you're up to, a sort of glimpse into your character's life and process. What matters is that the scene is about you and you're in it. Not every scene has to have all of us. So you can say, Anthony, I think your character and my character are going to go on this ride. Cool. Whatever. But they certainly can. And here's some general tips, some basic tips to play the game. First of all, as a kid, this isn't about grown-ups. So like we could have teachers or parents or chaperones there, but they're not the point of this story. So we're going to Charlie Brown them. They might say things and we can describe what they say, but don't act as the parent. It's not about the parents. It's about the kids.
Charlie Brown rules. I love it.
We don't care about them. We care about our kids. Some basic kid role play tips. Okay. Feelings are big, so don't be afraid to feel them. You don't need a silly voice. You know, kids have higher voices than us, but that's okay. We're already pretending. You can just lean into like that excitement, whatever that looks like, or whatever they're feeling. At the same time, it's good to embrace quiet moments, and it's good to remember joy. We are kids at a theme park. Doesn't mean that every moment's going to be a roller coaster. Also doesn't mean that every moment's going to be a trudge. We're going to have a great time. Woo, we're kids. Yeah, theme park.
Theme park.
And finally, don't worry too much if our memories of childhood kind of are a little different than what shakes out in the adult era realm, because that's just how it is, right? Memories are unreliable. You're a kid. It's not
So,
gonna
like,
be
True.
perfect.
we're like playing out the memories. So if what happens in the scene wasn't entirely what happened,
If we diverge, no sweat. We're not breaking the timeline. We can say that things were a little different than they appeared at first blush.
Okay. Interesting.
Nice.
I like that.
That's pretty much all I have for you at this moment. So I hereby formally call a biological break, and we will return in a moment.
Do you have an idea for a name?
I think on the basis of Antsy Pants, I have to be Nancy.
Oh no, Nancy Antsy Pants.
Don't call me that. I just don't call me that.
Nance Pants.
That's just rude. What about you, Anthony? Does your character got a name?
My character has a little face that I can see, but I'm trying to name them.
A little face.
Yeah. I think their name is Lou, Lou. Full name Louis, but like Louis, like a French name. And I think I'm gonna give them he/him pronouns, and he's like a little French boy whose parents moved from France when he was young to here,
Ooh,
wherever
cute.
here is.
Wherever here is. Here in the undefined region that's not France.
Hey, maybe we're all French.
Could be. Nancy.
Nancy, NC, Pansy.
Don't. Don't. Hello, Amanda.
Hi. What'd I miss?
We were talking character names. Do you have any thoughts on who you might be?
I was just gonna call myself Amanda because I thought that'd be easier. But
Sure.
I don't
No
know.
problem.
What are you guys gonna be?
I'm Lou or Louis.
Louis.
And yeah, he/him pronouns.
Okay.
I was just saying that he's a little
Okay.
French boy whose parents moved from France,
Oh.
and then we were talking about whether we were perhaps in France because we don't know where here is.
Right. Yeah, we don't know where here is. That's a good point. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, maybe I should be someone else then. Cherise? Is that a name?
Cherise, yeah,
Cherise? Yeah, sure.
like Cherise.
Yeah.
Or-
Cherise. Is that a name?
I think so,
Yeah.
actually.
That's
Is
definitely
it?
a name.
There's
Oh.
an
Yeah,
urban
yeah.
and environmental policy executive director with that name on Twitter. So
Oh, Cherise.
it's a real name.
Okay,
There
so
you go.
Nancy, Louie, and Cherise. Yeah, we sound like a group of people.
We for sure are.
That sounds like people to me.
Sounds
If
like
I'm not
some
mistaken,
people.
that's some people. Okay. So
Sweet.
Okay.
before we jump into any scenes, let's just really, so we're all back in the flow, let's just introduce ourselves in character with our names.
Okay.
I can go first.
Yes. I dare you.
Hey, I'm Nancy. She, her pronouns. I guess as a kid, people called me anxious. I've always been kind of nervous around noisy crowds,
like to spend time away from people to recharge. My mom called me antsy a lot, which I hated because people called me Antsy Pants and Nancy, and it's okay, sorry. And I really am not a huge fan of the Halls of Illusion. It just makes me worry. As an adult, I guess one or two people have called me controlling. I don't like to imagine myself that way. A little scared what'll happen if I'm not in charge, honestly, and I'll do what I need to get to be that way. If that means talking more than, I mean, I guess I'm going on right now, aren't I? But yeah, I'll say what I have to make things go the way they need to go. It's just all that it is. Not a big fan of Carnival Alley today. That's just makes me feel like I'm not where I need to be. You guys don't have to introduce yourselves in character, but that is Nancy.
Nice.
Nice.
Debating between introduce myself as adult Lou or as child Lou. I guess adult Lou makes more sense because then they also know about child Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, yeah, I'm Lou. Nice to meet you guys. I'm well, I'm a New Yorker now, so pretty big deal. I'm working as a social media assistant for an up-and-coming film company. We work with some like pretty big directors. You might have heard of Wes Anderson. I don't know. We went out for drinks, and I have the hat from Life Aquatic, so it's we're buddies, whatever. Yeah, well, me, I don't know. I feel like I'm not like connecting people as well as I used to. I've been on the dating apps, but like, it's just hard to find people dating when you're older than 23 is like really tough. Yeah, I'm super excited to go back home and see Cherise. We haven't talked much, but like those old friendships, they never die, right? Like you get back and you know each other just as well, I think, as you used to. I hope. Yeah. If you asked my friends, they'd say that I like fib, white lies a little bit of the time, but I don't know. That's not that's not really me. People just don't really believe my life. Yeah. I'm looking forward to going back on the Monster's Eye. I wish I could ride it all the way to the top. People who knew me as a kid, like I was a mess. I was just like really embarrassing. Didn't know how to control my emotions, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I would always cry in front of posters in front of the park, and if people didn't respond to my emotional pitches, then I would fucking blow up. So, anyways, it's all behind me. I've really developed as a person, so I'm much better now. Yeah, nice to meet you.
That was really, really good. Ooh, I can't wait to see Lou in scenes.
New time.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Cherise. I guess just cool to be going back to hang out with people or whatever. I don't know. What am I supposed to tell you about myself again? Like, what was this for? What do you want to know?
It's not a big.
No, because honestly, like, I'm kind of just thinking this might actually be a waste of my time. Like, I don't really think I have to tell you anything about myself. Like, I don't really need to justify who I am at this point in my life. I think everyone that knows me knows who I am, and they know, I just call things like I see them. And honestly, I'm kind of offended that you even want me to have to explain myself. Like, I don't know why we're doing this. So I'm just going to go and you can figure it out. Okay? Okay. Okay, bye.
You charactered so hard, you refused to introduce yourself. Yes.
That's so good. Why would I even be doing this, basically? All right, that's enough.
the
All
point.
right, that's the end of that.
That's
Cherise
great.
is not here for it.
All right. Well, I'm here for it.
Here
And
for it.
Great.
what am I here for? I'm here for Here We Used to Fly, because baby, it's time to pick an attraction. We are getting on the ride.
Is
Quite
there a
literally,
story?
probably.
Oh wait, we start as kids, right?
Yeah, we start as kids.
Yeah.
We might want to make a thread. I know that I think Nancy became friends with Cherise in spite of Cherise being kind of a spacey kid, kind of the weird unicorn girl, because that one moment with the blanket during that moment of anxiety, that was big. That was an act of
Right.
kindness that Nancy has not forgotten.
Right. That's
And
so
we know
cute.
that there's a connection between Lou and Cherise as well. What do we think that was?
Go ahead.
I mean, do you have any big ideas?
I don't have any big ideas.
So I kind of get the sense that like Lou's a lot to handle, and Cherise is like off in her own world. But somehow they have this like this bond that they get each other. They can trust each other, like a little hole in both of their caricatures where they can like connect. I'm trying to figure out what creates that. Is it like a summer camp experience? Is it like growing up next door to each other?
I would love if you two were summer camp
friends.
Genesis
Summer camp
point.
friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be summer camp friends. I think it's like just one of those unspeakable like bonds. Like, do you ever have a person that you meet and you kind of just like click with them on a level that you're like, I can't even explain. Like, an example is I have a friend, my friend and I, Tyla, I don't know why I was like, my friend, you can't know who it is. But Tyla and I like get along and just like instantly kind of clicked. And like, there's a lot of things that we just vibe. We're like on the same frequency with so many things. And I was like, I'm pretty sure in another life, like we were like lovers or something. Like, I don't know. But like we've been soulmates definitely. And I feel like if there are other incarnations, we were connected. And that's what I feel like. Like, I feel like there's a synergy that extends beyond the existence of this world. And I think maybe that's what we have. And maybe it's something we found at summer camp. And it's like, no matter where we are, even if we're completely in different spaces in our minds, we just get it.
Just get it.
Yeah.
That's, I feel like, important because that's going to keep us together as a group.
Yeah, we need something to unify this, whatever's happening here. I don't know, but it sounds pretty dysfunctional. Not gonna lie.
How do you feel about our visit to the theme park as kids being something that, like, I don't know, Cherise's parents organized? Because, like, we're both Cherise's friends.
Yeah. Do you think we hang out? I kind of feel like we, we're maybe a friend group, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where, like, well, Cherise is friends with both of us, and so, like, it make like, when you're a kid, more friends is better, right?
Yeah.
So we end up together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Friends. Was it Cherise's birthday, or are we just like, it's just like a trip that her parents organized?
Why not? Yeah, are you cool with it being Cherise's birthday, Amanda?
Yes.
So we've all just bought you unicorn-themed presents, There's so many unicorn-themed presents.
Yes, I'm ready for the unicorn-themed presents. Let's do it.
Okay, great.
All right.
So here's how this is going to go. We're going to pick an attraction, somewhere that we want to go, and we will do scenes there as kids.
Cool.
Where do we want to go first?
Ooh. I feel like out of all of us, Lou's a bit maybe domineering at this point in our lives. Lou is very outspoken, perhaps, makes their interests known. So I wonder if, based on Lou's love of the coaster,
the coaster.
Even though it's Cherise's birthday, we go to the big coaster first.
Cool. The big coaster.
it is described as the pride of the park. And then it says choose 3. Anthony, could you read these out for us? And we'll pick
Sure.
3 of them.
We have Sharp Corner and Loop-de-Loops. Free-ride show on wall-mounted TVs. Nice, that's a good detail. Dazzling lights at night. An infamously long wait. That is a good detail. Height and weight limits. Oh, fascinating. And a huge drop.
A huge drop. That's where I'm fixated.
Yeah, I think it has to have a huge drop. I think that's why Lou's there.
Yeah?
Okay. Sure. Okay. So,
We're supposed to choose 3.
yeah, so I guess we can all pick one each since, there are 3 of us. Why not pre-ride show on wall-mounted TVs? I like that one too, Anthony.
That one's great.
Can you pick our last one?
And I want height and weight limits.
Okay, cool. Cool. We have a question here, which is who had to bail at the last minute? Why?
Do you think it's one of us or is it somebody else at the party maybe?
Ooh, yeah. What if we were going to be 4 people, but then this 4th kid who we'll never see in this game just got too psyched out. And so now
we can't
now
go?
it's just the 3 of us.
Oh.
No. Yeah. It's just like there's an absence.
Oh.
Yeah. Our friend
Bailed.
Ginger.
Ginger.
Yeah. Ginger.
Ginger. So typical. Ginger's never here. Always bailing.
Always bailing. Did Ginger bail on the whole party or just on this ride?
I think it was the whole thing. I think Ginger took a look at the big coaster and then just went crying off to mom,
Oh, typical.
Had to get picked up.
Had to get picked up. Yeah, it was like I'm not. Oh no, Ginger got hit by. She was too short to ride. On top of everything, and that was between the embarrassment of that and already being nervous about the ride. She was gone.
Gone.
Right.
So, Kurt, does somebody take this scene? Somebody's leading this scene, right?
We're each gonna get a scene here.
In this place.
In this place, yeah.
Misunderstood. Okay, great.
Is this the only coaster at the park?
I think it's the biggest. What do you guys say?
Sure.
Sure.
It can be.
There's some kiddie ones and stuff.
Yeah, maybe this is the only one that's real coaster.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be uncharitable. Cool. I've put this in the smaller document, by the way, if anyone wants easier navigation.
Thanks, Kurt.
Cool.
We've got some. Okay, cool. Yeah, what happens next, Kurt?
So since your character chose this, since you chose this location for your character, I wouldn't mind at all if you had the first scene, Anthony, which is going to mean that from those 6 scene prompts, you're going to pick one, and that'll be the theme that guides you for this theme. We've all played Fall of Magic together, very much a similar kind of concept. Famously non-streamed.
Unfamously, because no one's seen it, but
we
famous
sure do talk
to
about
us. We do.
Yeah.
We like to dangle it over our viewers, you
could have had this, but you can't.
Our scene prompts to choose from are watching the spectacle, a bit of a meltdown, the most fun you've ever had, cutting the line, the fall, and too much excitement for one day.
Love them. Great prompts. I'm gonna say watching the spectacle is our prompt for this scene, and we are all. Can I just start? Can I bring us in?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
We're all standing in line, and there is a bit of a wait for sure. As we're standing in line, it's going to be 20 minutes or something from here, and we're kids and we're not great at waiting. And Lou is like a little manic and excited. And there is like a fenced off area, sort of like next to the coaster. It doesn't get you that close to the coaster. There's actually like a wall up, like for like actually getting underneath the coaster, but they don't want people like crowding around the edges of the coaster itself. So there is a fenced off area, but there are gaps in the fences, and Lou's standing in line, and it's like, "Oh my God, guys! Can you believe a ginger cried like that?"
Don't make fun of her. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's just a roller coaster. It's okay.
Okay. Are we gonna have two gingers today? Because no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I know you're joking. And I think Nancy gives you a little shove. Like, I know you're joking. I know you're joking, but don't.
Don't.
Lou's cheeks go like bright red, and he then looks at the fence, and then at Cherise, and goes, "Hey, bestie, come on," and
What?
grabs your hand and starts to like drag you towards the fence. "Come on, follow me. I'm going to show you something."
Oh, okay. Where are we going? What are we looking at?
Lou like sneaks through a gap between two panels of the fence because we're small and nobody has thought that kids could get through that. And like still holding your hand, and then like looks back through the fence and goes, "Come on, it's gonna be fun."
I think Cherise just straight up follows you. She doesn't question it.
Nice.
Yeah.
The other
Nancy
side
definitely doesn't. Nancy's like, I'll hold the spot in line.
you get like the slightest nod of acknowledgement. And on the other side of the fence, as if Lou has been here before, Lou like guides you along the fence, around to one specific view of the coaster, and leans up against like the half wall that's blocking people from actually like getting into there, and stares up at the big drop. "It's coming, Cherise. Look, they're looping, and then they're gonna go like, and then they're gonna go right down."
That's so scary.
Hold my hand.
Okay,
Hold my hand.
okay.
Oh my God! Here it goes. Oh my God! Didn't that look so fun?
I don't know. Didn't
that look so fun?
I guess so, but like, that's a big drop. I didn't know the drop was that big. That's a really big drop. How are we gonna do that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you are. You're gonna do that, okay?
Okay.
Don't ginger on me, okay?
I wouldn't. I have to get used to that, because if I'm gonna fly on the back of a unicorn, that's gonna be my life.
Yeah, I guess so, Sherry. I guess this is like practice for the unicorn thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Can we cut it there? I feel like that's just so good.
Sure.
Sure, I love it.
Great. Actually, you know what? I have a thought. Now that I think about it, I have a thought for Nancy's scene while you two are over there.
Oh, okay, nice. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Nancy is like fidgeting in line, and since there's no chaperone here, because I feel like the parents had to like deal with the ginger situation. Like,
yeah, fair enough.
Right.
Like
they had to like walk her to the gates or whatever. And
yeah, and that level of hands-offedness maybe will actually follow us through the whole day. But now, there was this like, oh God, okay, well, so I guess so that happened, and so I'm standing in line, and Nancy's looking around. And here's you two gushing on the other side of the fence, and sees the crowd and just decides to like find something to like be a point of focus. And that's when the pre-ride show comes on. And
The prompt we're going to go for this scene is the most fun you've ever had, and it's because that is like the tagline of the Big Coaster. Not only is it called the Big Coaster, its
Wow.
tagline is just a
The
straight
most
shot.
fun you've
The
ever
most
had.
fun
The most
you've ever had.
Fun you've ever had.
So
Here
on
at
this,
6.5 flags, this coaster is dropping your heart out.
Oh my
That's right.
gosh.
there's like a big old CRTs that cost a ton of money to install at the time, and these graphics that are like whooshing past in a way that a bowling alley would do, and you know what, that does it for Nancy. I think Nance looks at this and she's like, oh, like, I could, yeah, okay, this is what will be up there. And you know what, it all comes together, especially since this is a moment where she can like get into her own head, and that's it. That's just the little scene, is like Nancy finds her hype.
I love it.
Love
Nancy's
it.
hyped.
She got the hype. She's the hype machine.
Choo choo.
Kurt, how dare you make a game that is a beautiful romantic mix of Wander Home and the Fall of Magic to set my heart afire?
How dare you, sir? How
Honestly, where do you get off?
Where do you think this would be acceptable? Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Cherise's scene gonna be?
Right. So I can pick from the roller coaster. Is that what we're doing? Because we each have to do a scene here. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is, we're
from
still
the-
kids. We're kids.
Yeah.
Still kids.
Right.
Oh, I forgot we were gonna
Is
be
it the same
grown-ups.
time? It's still the same time, right?
Yeah.
Same
yeah.
day.
You can flash a little bit forward in the scene so that we're like
Right,
on the
like-
coaster, after the coaster, whenever you need to be.
Okay. Oh. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with the most fun you've ever had.
Wait. Ooh. Okay. Sweet.
Is that
Two
allowed?
of the most fun you've ever
Yeah,
had.
yeah, you can totally do the same prompt because it'll be a very different imagining than my prompt.
Cherise looks at the screens, and the screens say the most fun you've ever had.
And she's like,
Oh.
"Oh yeah,
I can do this.
No, please go ahead, Amanda.
No, I'll pick something different.
Oh, no.
I'll do cutting the line.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever cut a line myself, but here we go. Actually, that's probably not true. Okay, so I think this is when we're coming back
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Cool, yeah.
to meet with Nancy, and our place, like Nancy's obviously kind of moved up, so we have to like get to where Nancy is. And basically, Cherise is like grabbed Lou's hand, and they're like, she's like, oh, like just like stay with me, and she's like, oh, excuse me, oh, pardon me, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm just trying to my friend's up there. No, she's really up there. No, she is, and she's all alone. I can't leave her alone. You wouldn't want to be left alone.
Get out of our way, old man.
Yeah, get out of the way.
Looks
have
like
to
the
get where I'm
janitor from
going.
Harry Potter.
I know. I know. These people don't realize that one day, there'll be no lines for me. So they should just move already, because one day that's going to be my life. When I have a unicorn, everyone's going to move out of the way. And I'm just going to gallop right up to any ride I want to get on. And that will be reality.
Can you keep your voice down?
Why?
Just like don't be so loud when you're talking about stuff.
What stuff?
You know what kind of stuff I'm talking about, Cherise.
No, I don't know. I don't know what kind of stuff you're talking about. What do you mean?
Okay.
Do you not want me to cut in the line?
No, we can cut in the line. Let's cut in the line and let's not talk about it.
Let's not talk about cutting in the line. It's going to be hard to get to the front if we don't talk about it. Charisse tries to quietly move past people. She's like tapping people on the side and is like, they're moving.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Okay, this is not working. Okay, excuse me. Let us through. Okay, excuse me. And Lou starts to push people aside.
Okay. I think we get maybe to where Nancy is. Charisse is kind of like following you now and like trying to be quiet, but is like, wait, did you just want to be the person to tell people to move?
No, you weren't doing a good job. We were stuck in line, so I did it.
Oh, I thought I was doing a pretty good job, but
Okay, but then you got distracted and you started talking about other stuff, and like your mom says not to do that.
not to do because I was talking about my unicorn. Is that why you're mad at me? Are you mad at me right now?
Lou looks at Nancy for support here.
Charisse also looks at Nancy for support here.
Nancy turns around and starts singing along to the bad jingle that is still playing on loop on the CRT televisions. The most fun you've ever had.
Okay.
think-
Trying to be.
I think that's where that scene should end.
Yeah.
The most fun you've ever.
That image of Nancy is too hilarious.
I can just imagine Nancy with like her fingers in her ears, almost like
turning
I'm
around.
just not gonna. I'm
The
not getting
most
into
fun
this.
you ever had.
Tears stream down her face. Oh my god! Wow, that's brutal.
Wow. Yeah. We really, really quickly went into character conflict. I do love it.
We
Okay,
quickly
are you
went into
ready?
kid mode where everything matters and also you don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. Yes.
True. That's a good description of kid mode.
It is.
Everything's really emotional. Nobody deals with anything
No
properly.
one wants to deal with it though. Everyone's like, "Ugh, can we not?"
That was
Could
great.
someone
Cool.
be so kind as to read out our list of prompts for the abandoned grounds of the big
yeah.
poster, which
Oh,
we are going to
yeah.
flash forward to.
Wait, we
Yeah.
need to choose things first. Is that what you meant, right? We're choosing
Yeah, we're going to
aesthetics.
choose 3 of those prompts. So if someone could read off what are available.
Okay, so we have elaborate scaffolding, remnants of dated electronics. Think those CRT screens that are still hanging up there. Branding from the last ditch movie tie-in. Perfect. Forest enveloping the cues. Can you imagine that? Just like young spruce trees, just like kicking out to the ground where this cue used to be. Evidence of scavenging and the operator's tower.
The operator's tower.
Sure. Yeah, let's bring it in.
Yeah?
Nice.
Do you guys like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Easy. That's fun. I can imagine you having snuck into the area that was like coming up from in the child scenes.
Oh my gosh.
I'll grab remnants of dated electronics because why wouldn't there just be abandoned CRTs?
There's gotta be, right? And you know what? Branding from the last ditch movie tie-in is just a nice invitation. So let's leave it there for ourselves.
Oh my gosh. Cool.
Great. Okay. Our scene prompts are as follows, and we can have our scenes in any order. An ill-advised climb, following the tracks, a little of the old magic. Things look small, something special was lost, and a different kind of excitement. Actually, you know what? I think maybe I'll lead us off on this one.
Sure.
I think we fade into the scene. Maybe like it swipes away from that like most fun you've ever had jingle that just ended the last one, and we can hear like the sounds of a few like young adults who are kind of like going through the grass, and then we see Nancy at the front, and turning back at the group and trying to rally everyone with yet another rendition of the most fun you've ever had. Yeah. So I think she looks back over, and there's a fence. I think this is like one of the perimeters of the park, and we're hopping in at the big coaster. So the scene prompt I'm going to pick is an ill-advised climb. And I think basically Nancy looks back and she's like, all right, we're going to go over. Come on. You ready?
Are you sure, Nance? I feel like maybe there's like a opening or something if we like just walked a little bit longer. Or...
Oh, an opening or something. Look, I told you that we could just like, we can do it wherever, right? So like, let's just, it's here.
Okay.
We're here, right?
Okay, right.
Ever had. Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
Shreeze, come on. Back me up here. Give me a boost. And
I
think Shreeze like takes out a boot.
I think you could do it. I believe. Sure. And she tries to like give you a hand.
Okay, cool. I feel like Nancy starts climbing the fence and puts a foothold on like a certain board, and it's just plywood, and her foot just like goes through, and suddenly now it's not, oh, we'll climb over this section of fence. It's, oh, there's a big hole in this fence right here.
Right. Nance, are you okay?
Yeah. I thought this would be a good idea actually, because this is like a weak spot. So we could you didn't want to climb anyway, right?
Well, I mean,
I guess so.
Yeah.
Are you hurt though? Like, should we go back or?
Yeah, like, are you okay?
I think Nancy does like an exaggerated sort of stretch with one of her legs. She's like, yeah, I think I'm fine.
Okay.
I think I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I guess we can't go that way.
But, I mean, we can go right through. And like the camera zooms in past the shoulder of Nancy and like through, and you can see this big like looming coaster in front of us. And I think I'll just cut it there. I think that's that scene.
Okay. How about things look small?
Nice.
Yeah.
So I think after we get to like where the coaster is, we're still kind of like, we're not up right by where it is. We're like kind of still down. So it's above us. And basically Cherise is having flashbacks to when we were looking at it before, when we were kids, people being on the coaster and everything. And it's kind of just like, there's definitely a coaster in the, whatever that area they come back into is at the end. But there's no coasters on the tracks. And just even the tracks themselves and that drop, like, it just stunned Cherise for a moment. And she's just like, wow, is that how that was? It felt so crazy. Didn't it, you guys?
You know what? I don't even remember actually, so.
You don't?
Come on, it was the big coaster. This is the big coaster. It was the big coaster.
Right? It was, but it looks different. Like, it looks really sad.
Okay. Like, it looks sad, but like, look at this. And I think Nancy points over at, what movie is this a last-ditch tie into?
What was the one that you cried about? When you were
Me?
saying, when you were giving us your character building, and you said
Oh, the poster.
the poster that was gone.
I think all that I mentioned was there was a clown involved.
There's a clown involved. Okay.
Yeah, maybe this was like the sequel to a clown movie.
Yeah.
It was a tie-in to a sequel of a clown movie.
Maybe
They were
it
really
was
hoping
like
that it would hit it big.
a clown, like. Is it like an optimistic clown movie, or is it like a horror movie? Which way are we going with this?
It's
Is it
so
like a
much less
clown's
cool if it's a happy clown movie, like a
Okay,
comedy. So I
cool.
think it's got to be that.
Clowns 2, A Car Full of Trouble.
Great.
That's totally it.
That's great. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Lou, isn't this the movie that you couldn't get a picture with? And then
Oh, you loved clowns. I forgot.
yeah.
No, are you guys thinking of someone else or?
Don't be like that,
No.
Lou. And you get that same little playful shove that you got as a kid from Nancy.
We should
Don't
take a
be that
picture
way,
with
Lou.
it. We should take a picture with it.
We should take a picture. We should.
Yeah.
I don't want. I mean, I'm not gonna put this on my Instagram. I don't know why we're taking a picture. Like,
I mean,
yeah,
not
I can take a
everything
picture of
has
you
to
guys,
go.
or
Not everything has to go on your Instagram. Like the
Okay.
world isn't about Instagram. You can just take a picture to take a
that's
picture.
cute.
What do you mean that's cute? What's that
Oh.
supposed to mean?
Okay,
I think
I-
Lou's just too cool for Clowns 2.
Yeah.
Clowns 1 was the best thing
Everybody
ever.
is
Clowns
too cool for
2.
clowns too. No, why would look at this? Look at how embarrassing this is.
Oh, it's
Embarrassing.
ironic. Come on. This whole thing
Wow.
is ironic. We're just like exploring something. It's fine.
Oh my
Come
gosh.
on, get in the picture. Get in the picture. Get in the picture.
What's embarrassing is like how in denial you are right now. It's pretty embarrassing.
Right? Cheese. Maybe that's that scene.
Okay. Good scenes, guys. Love it. I'm gonna say a different kind of excitement. After the picture, Lou's obviously acting weird, and has moved away from the two of you a little bit and has headed towards where the queues and the lineup are. Just sort of like walking around that area. The fence has fallen down now, so like that the gap that we walked through long ago is now like overgrown, and you can sort of walk across it. And Lou walks over to the old screens, the CRT screens that are still hanging, and this place looks like it's been like a camp for a while. Maybe people have been living here, and there's lots of like beer bottles around. It clearly was like a place that people were like hanging out, and specifically the screens have like seen some damage, and Lou makes eye contact with Nancy, to like, and sort of like gives a nod over here.
Yeah? Hey, what's up?
I'm just remembering the screens, and as we look up at them, there's like a dick like drawn on like spray painted onto one of the screens, and like Coney 2012 is like written on like one of the screens. This is
Those are grody.
the most fun you've ever had.
Yeah, I remember.
I can't believe you still remember that.
I don't know. It was my idea, right? Like, just thought it would be fun. I feel like we never go anywhere anymore.
Honestly, Nance, like, it's a great idea. You're great.
Thank you. And I think Nance does like a just like a pose, and just like a big exaggerated curtsy of not wearing a dress or a skirt. It's just like the gesture of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you? I feel like something's. You know what? Never mind. I'm just glad you're here. I feel like it's been a minute.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad I'm here too.
Good.
I'm glad we're here.
And I feel like she gives your hand a little squeeze.
Yeah.
And that feels a little different.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cool.
That's the scene.
Cool. So that is the big coaster. We are done seeing it, and we'll now go somewhere else. And
Where are we gonna go?
Where are we gonna go?
Where are we gonna go?
Yeah.
And where are we gonna go?
Oh, we're gonna go to the petting zoo.
A personal favorite of mine. I'm going to transfer it over to our Lil document. Cool.
So we have to choose some sort of some things that are there that describe this place. A nature preserve with hungry animals is the description of the petting zoo at large, and then we have to choose 3. Gumball machines full of pellets, wide fenced pastures, a few exotic pets, guided nature hikes, an aquarium indoors, and one that bites.
Ouch.
One what?
Ouch. One child. That's what I'm imagining.
Honestly, the gumball machines full of pellets is so visceral that I gotta have it.
Yeah.
All right, you've got
I feel
it.
like it is very true.
I wouldn't mind a few exotic pets. Just like some, I don't know, we got some capybaras in here. We got some emus in here. We got some lizards inside. You know, just like some of the spicy ones. It's not all deers.
Yeah.
Deer.
Not all deers and goats.
Yeah.
One that bites for sure.
Hell yeah, we gotta have it.
We gotta have it.
Who gave all the animals names? Is a question we have to answer.
My temptation is to say this is Cherie's.
It has to be Cherie's, right?
I think Cherise did give them all names. Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Who hated having their hand nibbled? It's gotta
I
be
think Lou
Nancy.
cried. Oh,
Really?
wait, I mean, either way.
Oh, all right, cool.
What do you think, Kurt? Do you want this one?
Oh, they're both good. Can we both just hate having our hand nibbled?
Everyone hates having
The
their hand
only
nibbled.
person that likes it is Cherise.
Yeah, I think that's how it is. Yeah.
Cherie's like,
it
it means they love you.
It means they're
positive.
gross.
What if they come back for more? Don't touch.
Don't touch
Those
me.
are my hands.
Oh my gosh.
I use them
you
for doing
guys.
this.
It's
I think it's
fine.
bleeding. Is it bleeding? Cherise, look.
No, it's not bleeding. Oh my gosh.
Whoops, we started a scene.
Whoops.
Let's pick a person to lead the next scene and a scene prompt that they want. Here's our list of options.
Gumball
Making a new-
machines full of pellets.
We've
got
established the place.
Why do you just reading the things?
Taste testing the animal food.
Oh, that seems like a Cherise thing, doesn't it?
Is it? Yes. Let's taste test the animal food. Who wants to go first?
I think you can lead this scene if you'd like. Do you have ideas for it?
That I'm starting the scene. Who wants to go first?
Oh, so sorry. So sorry. You're gonna eat it?
Who wants to go first? Is what I said.
I don't know if my mom would want me to eat the animal
Okay, I'll
food.
eat it. Fine, fine. Why are you guys so afraid? They're just. It's
Oh,
food.
it's so disgusting. Oh my god.
Did you eat it?
No, it smells terrible. It smells like my brother's shoes.
Really?
It does.
It smells like Jason's shoes. Oh, it does
When
kind
did
of smell
you
like
when
his
did you
shoes.
smell Jason's shoes, Nancy?
Really smelly shoes.
I have
They are, right?
never smelt his shoes, but you talk about it all the time.
I had to check. Actually, and then Nancy gets this furrowed look in her brow and she says, "Give me one of the pellets."
Oh my. What does it taste like?
I have like dirt and a dog biscuit.
What? Okay, I
You've
have
eaten
to
a dog
try.
biscuit?
I have
Well-
to try.
Yeah,
You're so funny.
it's not that weird. My mom has all these dog biscuits for the dog, and so you. What does it taste like? What am I? Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
It's
What do you
kind of
think?
dry.
What do you think?
It's kind of dry.
That's well. You're gonna say it's kind of dry. That's what you're taking from this.
Mm-hmm.
What did it taste like though? Does it taste like Jason's shoes?
I've never eaten Jason's shoes.
You
How am I
totally
supposed
would.
to know
You
that?
totally would.
I would not.
Shreeze, can I have some of your soda?
Yeah, okay. You can have some of my soda.
You can have some of my soda.
I don't think so.
You didn't
Alright,
eat the
whatever.
food with us. Are you gonna eat it? It's not that bad, actually.
No, I'm not gonna eat it.
You're
You
not?
can't try
Gross.
Shreeze's soda if you don't try the food.
I have my own soda.
Oh, and I
I
guess
d-
you have your own food too.
What? What?
Nancy is firing shots at you.
Firing shots.
Whatever. I'm not gonna eat this. Okay?
You don't have to eat it. No one's making you.
You don't want me
It's just
to?
if you want to. It's if you want to.
I
I,
mean,
was just
we both
asking
ate
who
it.
was gonna eat it first. I wasn't saying you have to eat it. I was just asking who wanted to eat it first. I feel like if the animals eat it, then we should experience what it's like out of solidarity.
Solid, because it's important. And
It's
I think
Okay.
as this discussion happens, it is ended abruptly by a shriek from Nancy as her handful of food has been dove into by an animal next pen over.
Oh! Ah, they got us! It bit me!
It didn't bite you. Let me look.
Look! It's
Yeah,
bleeding!
No, you're fine. It's not
No, look.
blood.
No, look right there.
No,
No, look.
That's just your finger.
No,
Your
it's
finger's
red.
slightly red
Sharice,
here.
why are you blind? It's bleeding.
I'm not. Are you sure? Make the blood come out.
Ew, what? No.
Well, that's how I have to know that you're bleeding. If you can't make
It
the
tastes even worse now.
Why
You know
are
what? That's it. I'm calling that the scene. I
That's a
cannot
good, it's a good scene spot. The longest scene we've done and the most ridiculous.
So who's next?
Can I take us to making a promise?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. Please.
Okay. In what may be a theme of Lou's, Lou drags Cherise over away from the horses where Cherise has been standing for a very long time, maybe talking to them. drags Cherise over to like the capybara, no, like the butterfly enclosure, it's an indoor space where there's like lots of butterflies inside. Come see the butterflies with me.
Okay. Did you know that butterflies tell each other secrets?
What?
It's true. I read it in a book.
What book did you read it in?
I read it in a book about butterflies and fairies.
Okay.
The history of fairies and butterflies that tell secrets. I think that's what it was called.
Well, I have a secret to tell you.
That's so perfect. Okay, let's go to the butterfly. Okay, you can tell me the secret now. And the butterflies, they don't tell other people's secrets. They protect other people's secrets, but then they share their own. So they'll be like secreting around us to protect our secrets right now. So your secrets are safe.
Okay, honestly, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be a butterfly about this?
Tell your secret? No.
Right.
I would
think they don't tell secrets, so.
Well, they tell secrets to each other. But
Okay,
they won't tell
just
our secrets.
Don't tell anybody, okay?
Okay.
So, you probably know, but I like Nancy.
You like Nancy?
Yes. I
Yeah,
like
Nancy's
Nancy.
pretty cool.
Right.
I like Nancy
No, but
too.
Cherie is
What?
can you do grown-up brain for a second?
Fine, but only because you're so cool. Okay, grown up brain.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, what do you want to? Yeah, you like Nancy. I get it.
No, I like Nancy. I wanna. I
You
wanna go.
like Nancy?
Yes, I like Nancy. Okay.
When?
Forever.
Forever?
Yes.
Like
When you introduced me to her.
When Nancy
at
had
band.
the blanket on her head? Wasn't that the first time you met Nancy?
I think that's the first time you met Nancy. I don't think I was there, but
You were definitely
remember?
there, I think. But okay.
Okay, well.
So maybe not that time if you were there, but after that time.
Okay, after that, I guess. So maybe not right from the beginning.
But pretty much the beginning.
Yes, pretty much love at first sight kind of stuff.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. I just want you to take it serious.
I am taking it serious.
Okay, do you think you could help me ask her out?
With the butterflies?
The butterflies don't have to be part of it.
Why? They should be part of it. That would be so beautiful. If someone asked me out with butterflies,
oh my God.
I would
just
seriously
don't think you're taking this seriously, and this is really important to me, okay?
I am taking it seriously. Oh my gosh.
I just don't think you're taking it seriously.
Don't cry. Okay, you can't
I'm
cry.
trying not to.
If you cry, I don't know if Nancy's gonna go out with you.
Oh no. Oh
Don't
my
cry.
God.
Pretend you're not crying
What's
right now.
wrong with you? And okay, promise me you're gonna leave me alone for the rest of the day. I don't want to talk to you. And Lou storms out.
Oh.
I think Cherise just reaches out a finger and a butterfly lands on it.
Such a magical girl.
Oh, that was a juicy scene in so many ways.
Cool.
That didn't go the way I thought it would go, and I love it.
What did you want to happen? You didn't want the butterflies to be
I just forgot
involved.
about how weird Cherise was.
She's not weird, she's spacey.
She's spacey, sorry.
Maybe a little weird.
Just a bit.
She's trying to make you have a good date proposal.
Date
with the
proposal.
butterflies.
Date proposal, yeah. A catcher with the butterfly net. Shreeze is like, first you get the butterflies, then you get the butterfly net, and then you get the date.
Catcher.
Goodness help whoever dates Shreeze. She seems like a character. It's making me be like, I need to question everyone I've ever dated.
Wow.
What? Oh.
Huh.
Be like, how weird was that? When I talked about the butterflies, was that weird for you? Just wondering.
So this
Not
is normal Amanda stuff. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Kurt, you got a scene for us?
Yeah, give us a scene.
Yeah, okay. I think maybe while that was happening, Nancy was
Sorry.
fine. Yeah.
We keep leaving Nancy alone.
Well, Nancy, I think, enables this to happen, right? Because she likes time to herself to sort of recalibrate. That's how she grounds herself. So I think what happens is Nancy sort of found the area of least density, and that was in like the most boring exhibit.
What
It's
exhibit?
like it's the smallest lizard at like the back of the lizard area, which is not. I know that some zoos have like a big, cool, like reptile terrarium sort of thing going on. This is just like a few tanks. I mean, at this point, like it might as well have been Lou's brother's basement. Like there's just just a few lizards here, and I'm
Jason's
at the back.
basement full of lizards.
Right. So I can either have this be a Nancy vignette or have at some point Lou kind of come in.
Okay.
So yeah, feel free to do that if you'd like. I think Nancy's sitting in front of the lizard, and every time the lizard's like, blum, she's like, blum. And she's kind of like absorbed in this little world of like lizard do thing, Nancy do thing. And it's just going fine until at one point she realizes that the lizard has like lummed an ant. And she's like, I can't do the ant thing. I can't be a lizard that's eating ants because then they'll call me Nancy Antsy Pants. And I don't know how much of this happens in Nancy's brain and how much of it is like bouncing visual, like a little bit of anxiousness.
Probably
like,
a combination of both is what I'm imagining in my mind. Yeah.
I don't think she says it, but I do think she's like, it's there.
Do you try to eat an ant?
I don't think so. No, I think, and in fact, you know what? Knowing what's happening in this scene and like what's happening in the other one, I don't think Lou would come out here.
Okay.
Interrupt Nancy's weird corner business. So we're just gonna go scene there with Nancy having a little awkward moment with a lizard. And that scene prompt was making a new friend, by the way, because my friend was the lizard.
Lizard.
Oh,
Love
the
it.
lizard friend.
Lizard friend. Oh,
that was
man,
nice.
I stand Nancy.
So good. The lizard friend. Does Nancy try to eat an ant?
It was a question.
It was a question.
Folks, we're grown-ups now.
Oh,
Surprise,
God.
it happened again.
Dun,
We'll
dun,
have
dun.
to choose three. Choose three of the following options. We have a municipal nature regeneration project at this. We have partly paved over, worn little graves, a few ancient pellets, plaques and fences, and overgrown trails.
What are you guys picking?
I was kind of thinking it'd be nice to have a grave to the butterflies. Like it wasn't put up after the exhibit. Like every time a butterfly died, they made a little like a little notch in this stone. It was
Right.
some
Yeah.
Maybe
One of
they
the
drew
volunteers,
little. There's like
like-
little etchings of butterflies in it. Like every
Yeah,
time one
it's
dies,
actually
they
a,
draw another
a
butterfly on it.
a beautiful little relief, I
That's
think.
cute.
And it's
Mhm.
yeah. So
I
a
like
little
that.
tribute from the era of
Nice.
the park, worn little graves.
I want there to still be some of the pellet machines
Yes.
there that have just been abandoned, and there are still pellets in them.
All right, I was waiting to see what you guys picked so that I could save one of the ones that I really wanted. So I want a municipal nature regeneration project.
Here,
Great.
Yes.
we have some scene prompts. Do we normally read these out loud? Do you want me to read them out loud?
We could.
Yeah, let's read
Sometimes
them.
we do.
Is that, we do whatever we want.
Sometimes we
do
do
it.
whatever we want. We're adults
Sorry.
We do
now.
whatever we want. I made the game. We
That's
can play
true.
it how we want to.
All right, then.
Oh my gosh.
Our scene prompts are an encounter in the wild, little clues, a moment of mourning, face to face, breathing in, breathing out, and making something new.
I have a thought. I think. I think Nancy waves. I think Nancy waves Cherise over, and points points at this metal thing, this like rusty orange metal thing sticking out of the ground. Says, "Hey, look at this! Look at this! Look at this!"
Yeah, it's the thing.
It's a horseshoe. Can you believe that?
That's a
Look at this.
horseshoe.
This is a horse. Look at this. And Nancy like tries to pull it out of the ground, but doesn't quite manage to do it.
How do you know that's a horseshoe?
It looks like it looked. Luke.
Yeah.
Luke.
You want me to come over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come. Look at the. Okay. Is this not a horseshoe?
I don't know. I guess it could be like the end of like some sort of like metal, like band or something. Isn't it that?
It could be anything. I think it's a horseshoe. I'm trying to like.
Why
Do
do
you
you think
remember
it's a
that time-
horseshoe?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I like want it to be a horseshoe. Do you remember that time that we like? You spent like this was like every time we came here. You spent like every time with the horses. And I'm
That's
just
true.
seeing this, and I'm like, there it is. This is like Cherise's whole thing, and it's right here.
Do you like still ride
What?
horses?
Horses.
No, I do not ride horses anymore. That I don't think I ever actually rode a horse like properly. Like maybe assisted for sure, but like
Wait,
think I
no,
actually
stop.
ever
How do
rode
you
a horse.
assist? How do you assist?
like you know when
riding
you
a
have the
horse?
guy and he holds the rope and you're like on the horse and you're like going around. I don't know. I just think maybe even like what we do with horses is just really messed up. You know?
Wow.
Like I can't be part of that. It's just
Okay.
not okay.
It's not a horseshoe. All right.
Yeah,
problem.
I don't think it's a horseshoe. But I mean, I wouldn't really know because
Guys,
I
this
never
is
really-
definitely a horseshoe.
how do you know it's a horseshoe though?
I found a horseshoe on the ground. There's another horseshoe over here.
He's literally holding a horseshoe. Right
This is a
now.
horseshoe.
But was
So-
it a horseshoe that was like on a horse or?
Are you
Come
okay?
on, Shreeze. This is a horseshoe. This is kind of cool, right? We're
If you guys think this is cool, then I guess sure.
it's fine. Never mind. Thanks for the horseshoe, Lou. I think it's cool.
Yeah, you gonna take that home, or I can just drop it?
I don't know. I'll throw it in my purse, and I think she tucks it away not in a way that could be described as throwing it. And we'll just call that little scene there.
Cool. I like it. A little hint for later. Can I do a scene?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to use the prompt face to face. And so the butterfly enclosure is still standing because it's kind of like a standalone building that like is up, and while some of the fencing or like the screens on the outside have come down over the time, there's like still the like general shape of it, and so I think that like as Lou and Cherise are like walking along sort of like just exploring the place, they sort of like Lou like leads the way, sort of steps into like one of the walls, you know, through where there used to be screens into the middle of the butterfly enclosure, and kind of like stops and looks around and then turns around to face Cherise as they stand in the middle of the butterfly enclosure. It seemed a lot. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say it's really empty in here.
You know, well, there's I guess the butterflies got out. Hey, it's a couple holes.
Yeah, I think they got out.
Feels a lot smaller than I remember it. You didn't reply to my email last year. I like, well, I don't know. Maybe I just wanted to apologize if I was like too like invasive, asked you too many coded questions or whatever. I know that you're private about stuff. So.
I don't think I saw it. I'm sorry.
You didn't see it?
I don't think so.
Oh, cool. Well, then that's no problem. That happens. I'm like so busy. I like get so many emails.
Say?
So.
When did you send it?
You know what? Doesn't matter actually. No. I think I don't know. I sent it last like February or whatever.
There it is. I found it.
Are you sure? Oh. There it is.
Is this the email?
Yeah, I guess that looks like it's from me.
Do you want me to read it? I don't have to read it. If you feel like you sent it and it was like a mistake or something.
And you know what? It's been almost a year, so I just don't. I'm just like I was in a different place, I think. So.
Oh, okay.
Like, does it even make sense to read it now? I don't think so. You know, I like.
It's up to you. If you don't want me to read it, I can delete it. I don't have to read it. If you were saying that you feel like it was a mistake, but I just wanted you to know. Like, I mean, you can see I didn't read it. I just don't check my email probably as much as I should, to be honest. So
right.
Yeah,
also
totally. Filters are weird, so maybe this.
Oh yeah, like spam or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like Gmail spam got like really crazy, and they started like filtering everything out.
So should I just delete it?
Yeah, just delete it would be fine. Like I don't really care, but yeah, but if you wanted to delete it.
Well, what was it about?
Ooh. You know what?
You don't want to talk about it. That's
no. Cool. I just don't remember. I just don't remember.
Oh, do you want to read it?
I'm sure I have it in my sent box, so I can read it.
Oh, okay. I'll just delete it then.
Does Cherise delete it?
Okay.
Does she actually delete it?
Nope, she pretends to delete it though. Okay, I don't
cool.
have to look
Thanks.
at it. Yeah.
Well, we should get Nancy's ahead, so let's go.
Yeah.
And we close there.
So, picking up from that moment, I have a scene.
Okay.
I think Cherise watches like Lou like move on, and she kind of like takes a minute in the in the pen. And she's kind of just like, she goes down like onto her heels and kind of just like sits scrunched in a ball. Like just kind of looking around and trying to get the perspective of like more what it was like when she was younger and smaller. And she looks at her phone and looks at the email. And like sees, what does the subject line say? Does it say anything?
Yeah, it says a couple things I'm sorry about.
No,
And
like just the subject line.
Yeah.
Oh, so it says a couple of things I'm sorry about?
Yeah.
Oh. ...
and that pie recipe.
And that pie recipe. Cool. And she kind of looks at that. She thinks about it. She goes to maybe delete it. And then she reaches out her hand. And a butterfly comes and sits on her finger.
Oh.
And she deletes it.
Ooh. So good.
She whispers to the butterflies. The scene ends. Butterflies always keep secrets.
Oh, Amanda. Shit, that's good.
Dang it. Dang it. You know when there's like a really good moment in a scene and you're like, we gotta end it there? Similarly, I think the stream has to end.
That is the whole thing.
That's just as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah,
folks.
it's just downhill from here, so.
Oh, that was really good. Damn.
Cool.
Okay, let's pick a new place. We're kids.
Here we go.
Kids!
We're kids!
Here we go. We're kids.
The Halls of Illusion are a place that nobody wanted to go, so I'm gonna pick that.
Cool.
As in, none of our characters wanted to go. Just reiterating that. I think we all want to go where our characters don't.
I mean,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Let's torture these idiots.
None of our characters wanted to go because my character became angry there, right?
There were two
Yeah.
factors. I associate it, at least in
You don't
child,
like it.
Yeah, it worried me in some way. And for you, it was a place you lost your patience in line at some point. That doesn't have to be something we explore.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say, that doesn't have to be now. I mean, maybe
It would be funny if you waited in line. Reese, there's no one here.
We've got a disorienting maze of corridors. Choose three. Hundreds of mirrors, a beautifully tended garden labyrinth, strobe lights and fog, people genuinely lost, tubes, ropes, and climbing obstacles, and a printed certificate that you found the exit.
I'm imagining Nancy's like anxiety attack in this. Wait, no. Does Nancy like it?
No, she associates it with a moment of worry.
Right.
So not a huge fan.
Not a huge fan. I want strobe lights and fog for full sensory overload.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. I will grab a beautifully tended garden labyrinth just because I love that.
Fun.
Wait, no.
Did both those things?
I should spend my buy on hundreds of mirrors because that's the one that really matters for Nancy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I love hundreds of mirrors for us. I think that would be really good. What about tubes, ropes, and climbing obstacles?
Yeah,
That sounds
totally.
good.
Fun.
I don't think I've ever encountered that in a maze, so I just think that's super interesting.
Reminds me of that like thing that gets put in carnivals where like there's like lots of like things to climb through and like goes up several levels.
I guess I have been on some where like you were kind of in like a little mirror like crawl space thing. Like you climb up, you have to like climb up a thing, then you crawl through. You look very disturbed, Kurt. Like you're like, ooh, I don't like that. Then you climb through a little like mirror crawl space tunnel-y thing, and then you would go down like a big slide.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
kind of
I can see
a
that.
weird, feels a little creepy, but the payoff is so good that you're like, I'm not even worried about this because I'm gonna get to go down this slide. That's gonna be
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I really like the questions here, especially the second question that we have to answer. But the first one is, who had every twist and turn memorized? Who is it?
The only person who isn't averse to this place is Lou. But we could also have none of us know what we're doing. I think that would be equally evocative.
I feel
Ginger.
like Cherise could also
Ginger!
have Ginger.
Yeah, I
The
love
missing
that.
kid.
Are we cool with that?
Yeah,
Ginger's the
I'm totally
only
cool
one.
with that. I feel like Ginger is what made this place a fun place to go,
Yeah.
maybe, for
Right.
some of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I feel like, oh, that's really good. We are going here to honor Ginger.
Because Ginger wanted to go, and like we'd planned we
Ginger
were going to
would
go there.
always go, and so
Yeah.
like we have to go. And we
So
always
if Ginger's not here, at least
Yeah.
we have to go.
Yes. And I think, yeah, I definitely think Cherise probably had a lot of fun with the Ginger in this space and like wants to recapture the magic.
Right.
Cool.
Fun.
Great.
And then here's that second question. What playground rumors existed about this place? I like that.
If you can spin around so that you can catch yourself spinning in the mirror, if you can do it fast
You
enough
can see your back.
so you can see yourself, well, you get taller, is what I heard.
Yeah.
But you have to
And
be able to see
also-
yourself, otherwise it doesn't work.
Right. And also the like older kids like make out here is what everyone says.
Yeah. There's like two totally different sets of rumors. One is like, yeah, one is about your height and the other is about like being actually grown up.
Making
It's
out.
funny because they're kind of both about growing up in a way, but one is very different from the other.
In
Yeah.
different ways, physically and emotionally, or mentally, maybe is a better way to say that. Cool.
Okay. Here's our scene prompts because we've decided we're reading them out. We've passed through here already. Finding a secret. The emergency exit. Dazed and dazzled. A little overconfident. And one last push.
Interesting.
Okay. So we've got our prompts laid out. What do we want to do?
Anybody have any ideas? I think I've got one. I want to do a little overconfident. So I think we're, I mean, things are icy, at least from Lou's direction towards Cherise. So things have gotten a little weird. And like as we get into the maze, I think like Lou says to Nancy like Ginger had this place memorized, but I like went through it with her a couple times, so I actually know it pretty good. And I can show you the way through if you want.
Nancy nods and says, "Yeah, Ginger was really good at this place. I wouldn't mind some help."
Cool. Just follow me. I like know it really well, and I know there's this like one place where there's like a mirror that like is like infinite, like you can see forever yourself like 100 times. So I can show
I
you
don't
that.
really like that. That sounds kind of scary, actually.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know how not to go there too, so that's good. Okay.
Okay.
Go this way, and starts like crawling through one of the tunnels, leading the way.
Yeah, she follows after him.
Sweet. And so I think like Lou's just like really like super confident, like takes a couple turns left, right. We like pass through like a foggy room. You still there?
Yeah. Are you still there?
Yeah, come towards my voice. Where are you?
I don't know. Gender's not here.
Yeah, but I know my way. Are you in the fog room?
I don't know. It's too foggy to tell.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess actually, Ben.
Okay. And I think that like through the fog, Lou reaches out and like finds Nancy's shoulder, and
Nancy jumps.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
It's okay. It's I just kind of surprising. Sorry, this is where I always go when I get lost because I feel like everything leads back here, but also because then I can't see the mirrors, and I kind of hate the mirrors, so this is kind of where I go. Yeah.
Why do you hate the mirrors?
Well, because it's like, I don't know. It's like a whole crowd of people, but they're all me, and so like normally in a crowd of people, Ew, no, I didn't say anything about pretty. It's just like I just, if a crowd of people is looking at me, that's the worst kind of crowd. And so if I'm looking at me, which I always am because I'm looking in the mirror, and the direction you look in the mirror is at you. And so if I'm looking at the mirror, then I'm looking at me, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of talking a lot.
Well, I think you are. So I don't think you should worry about it.
I know I'm talking a lot. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. And she gives you like a push.
And I think at that point, like a couple of like bigger kids come into the room as well, and as like Lou is scrambling up and trying to like feel around, they lose each other.
Yeah, we'll call it there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do the emergency exit. So I think that after they went in, Cherise was like, I don't even need to go in because like Ginger isn't here anyways, so it's not gonna be as much fun. It's not gonna be. So I don't even like going here. I don't even need to go. And then the line gets like a little longer, and then like a couple like kind of tough looking kids are like in line, and they're like making jokes about like how when they get in, like no one will be able to find them, so they can do whatever they want in there. And then Charisse kind of starts to get a little worried. She's like, oh, like Lou and Nancy aren't out yet. Why aren't they out yet? Oh, this isn't good. Okay, I don't want those kids to go in. Okay, so she waits behind the kids, and they're like tough looking, and she's like just trying to like get in. She eventually gets in. Shouldn't lose her patience, but she's a little exacerbated. And watches them like run off and like kind of tries to follow them to try to keep them out of trouble. Like she's like, these kids aren't gonna mess with my friends in here. I refuse to allow it. So she's trying to like keep her distance. At one point, maybe one of them notices that she's like getting a little close. And does anyone want to be this other kid? Can we be other kids, or should we not be NPCs? Should I just summarize what I think happens here?
You can go either way.
Okay, I'll just summarize because I think the important part of this game is really us three kids, not NPCs. If that's my
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
reading
I
of
like
it.
it.
So this kid basically gets up in Cherie's face and is like, "Why are you following us? Why are you following us? Like, why don't you like go do your own thing? Like, don't you have any friends?" And pushes her like back, and she becomes disoriented and smacks her head against like a mirror, and she can feel that like she might be bleeding. She's not sure. It feels like wet a little bit on the back of her head. And she's like, am I sweating or am I bleeding? And it's all the lights and everything in here. She can't tell. And she starts to get like nervous. And then she's like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? And she's trying to like find a way. And I think maybe as they like run past, she ends up like stumbling into where Nancy is and is like kind of trying to chase this guy. And then she's like, oh, where am I? Where'd he go? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I can't tell. Nancy?
Cherise.
Hey, I was looking for you. There was some people in the line and I was just worried they were gonna... It doesn't matter. Is this blood? What do you think?
I don't think so. Did you maybe... Is that like horse spit from earlier?
No. It came off of me. Unless I'm making horse spit.
Ew.
I don't think... I feel like I'm turning into a horse, so I think I'm okay. Yeah, hands still hands, not hooves. Think I'm good.
Okay, well,
Probably
I
just
really
sweat.
don't like this place at all.
Oh, okay, wait. Where are we? Okay. Okay, that's the blue light. So, I think what Ginger used to say is if you turn around from the blue light,
Turn around for the blue light.
then if we walk
Then if you walk
12
12
and a half steps in
and a
that
half
direction.
steps in that direction.
Yeah. And we turn right. And
Yeah.
we push on that mirror. That's an exit. It's the mirror with the arrow on the top. That's what she
She
said.
always says about the mirror with the arrow.
Remember?
Okay.
And Ginger always said if we get lost, that's how you get out. So maybe we can find that together.
It's kind of like she's here.
Yeah, it is kind of like she's here.
Okay. Do you want to count with me?
Yeah. Wait, let's hold hands so we don't get separated.
Okay. And like takes your hand.
Okay. Okay.
One, 2, 3.
And maybe there's like a really loud sound in the distance and we hear like one of those boys screech and Cherie's like squeezes your hand and looks in your eyes and she's like starts to run. She's like,
and like light floods the chamber, and I think we'll cut the scene there.
Great.
Amazing.
I think the last scene in this section is going to be one last push.
Okay.
Essentially, when we push on this mirror,
Right.
opens up and light floods in, and the fog starts to billow out into like the bright light of daylight, right? Like it's just like, you know, any air pressure that was in this chamber, anything keeping this atmosphere here is just kind of like, you know, out. And I think Cherise is about to leave, but then Nance is like, wait, Lou's still there in this awful place, the worst place you can be. And if he gets stuck here, he'll be too tall to get in my mom's car to go home. So we gotta get him.
I think I know where he is. Because I'm pretty sure I'm telepathic.
That's amazing.
I know. And I
Okay.
just feel like Lou and I have a connection. And I think I know where he is. Do you want to come with me or do you want to stay here?
Nancy bites her lip and then she's like, I'll come, but I gotta close my eyes.
Okay, that's fine. You can close your eyes. Just hold my hand and I'll make sure you don't walk into anything. And I'll guide us with my telepathy.
Okay. And then without saying anything, we each start to count the steps again. 1,
1,
2, 3, 4,
4,
5. And at that point, we just collide right into Lou.
Oh my god. 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 Is that?
Come on. We know the way out. And I think that at this point, this is one of Nancy's leader moments from before she realized that they existed. She says, "Let's go." And she takes both your hands and we march out towards that bright exit at the end of the hall. And we're
nice. Nice.
out. Cool. Well, that's our scene.
Now we get grown up.
Now we get grown up.
Now we get grown
We
up.
saw ourselves enough times in the mirror.
Boo. Grown up.
Were you gonna say something, Kurt? Before I said we're gonna get grown up?
Nothing
okay.
of relevance. Amanda, do you want to read out the options for
Sure. We have to choose 3 things. Shattered glass everywhere. Weeds growing tall. Floors caving in. 1 illusion left intact. The staff break room. Something that's more beautiful broken.
I think I want floors caving in.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I'm imagining. I kind of like something that's more beautiful, broken.
That's what
And
I
then,
was
like-
gonna say.
Oh yeah. Did you have an idea for what it
No.
could be?
No, I had no ideas for it. So that's why
No.
that's why I didn't say it. I was waiting to see what you guys said. I want the staff break room then.
Right.
Nice.
That was the other one I really liked. I just like this idea of like we probably never thought about that as kids. Like where do the staff go when they have to watch the maze? But like maybe there's just a room in the middle of the maze that we've never noticed. Or we're like, was this always here? It just says staff break room on it.
We have
All
some
right.
scene prompts.
So feeling it out. Lost again. Smoking weeds. A little parkour. Salvaged from the vending machine. Still fun after all these years.
Cute.
I have a thought.
Okay.
I think when we get to the attraction, this is something that like Nance has wanted to conquer a little bit, wanted to revisit and like be on top of, be in control and be present here. And I'm gonna grab Still Fun after all these years because I think Nancy has come prepared.
Okay.
We reach this place, and Nancy says, "Okay, I didn't want to give it away, but I have a special surprise. You ready?
Okay.
Sure.
Are you ready? Come, well, just like say you're ready. I have I'm imagining.
Aye,
in my mind.
aye,
I'm
Nance.
ready.
Okay, that's the energy I was looking for. Here's what I have for you." And Nancy pulls out her cell phone, holds it over her head, and she's like, "I have a text from Ginger."
You
Wow.
do
Come
not.
on, guys. It's been like a million years.
You
Isn't
do
she-
not have a text from Ginger. You have a text from Ginger?
Yeah, I had to text her like a week ago because she's like off in Europe doing her whatever. Anyway,
She's still dating that girl?
yeah, she's still dating that girl. Who do you think she's in Europe with?
Oh. Gotta get that Dutch girl. You're right. That makes sense.
Anyway, Ginge texted me back and she said, "There's something special we got to do." She said, this is what she told me. I swear I am reading verbatim from this text. Ginger said, "I always got through the maze
by doing 3 claps first. That's all there was to it. That's all there was
No.
to it, Lou.
That's
That's
such
all there was to it,
bullshit.
Cherise.
Wow,
No.
that's such bullshit.
No,
3
she
claps.
memorized it.
3
Clap,
claps.
clap, clap.
I'm not doing
Don't
that. That's so
give
stupid.
me that. Don't you remember that day when we got super lost and Ginger wasn't there, and the only way we got out was by counting 3 claps?
No, that's not what happened. It was
Guys,
3
come
claps. We
on.
took 12 steps.
12
something like
divided by
that.
4 is 3, and there would have been
Oh my
4 of us
god,
if
and
Ginger
that
had been
is
there.
not
Come
what
on,
happened.
you're not
Ginger
even
told
listening to
me. Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. You want me to do 3 claps and then walk through a maze? Is that what
Are
you're
you
saying?
sure?
It'll still be fun.
Are you really suggesting we do this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do I have a choice? Do I even have a choice, or is this what we're doing today?
Look, it's going to be fine. 1, 2, 3. And Nancy is about to take the step over the threshold when we see the camera zoom out and the whole thing is just like caved in. She catches herself and the scene ends there.
Oh my god.
I've got a follow up.
Great.
I'm gonna take smoke and weeds, and I kind of like feel like Nance is like trying to still find a way to like go into the maze somehow. Like she's crawling up to the second level to see if there's like still part of it intact up there so that we can go through. And I mean, based on the energy of that last scene, we get a sense that Cherise and Lou are not so into it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And so I think they've wandered down into this like broken, decayed this area where the floor is caved in, and the level below, obviously the ceiling has caved in as well. So it's like kind of open. The mirrors are like open to the night sky and everything. And one of the features here was a giant disco ball like in the center of this room, and like there was like strobe lights and stuff that would go on it. It was very cool. But now this like paneled, like mirrored ball in the center has been exposed to the rest of the world because the ceiling's collapsed. And I think that like Lou and Cherise are sitting there, and Lou's like, I've really, Nance is a lot these days. You want to calm down? And Lou pulls out a blunt and passes it and sort of like gestures over to Cherise.
Yeah, Cherise takes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even believe that she still is talking to Ginger. Like, that, to me, is insane.
Yeah, honestly. Do you like keep up with anybody from back in the day?
No. I don't know. You guys, I guess, a little bit.
You guys, do you talk to Nance a lot?
Yeah, Nance and I talk. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It just feels so... It's a lot. The world's so different from how it was when we were kids, you know what I mean?
I guess so. I don't know, with talk like that, I think you need more of this. Here. And I think things are like kind of quiet for a bit as they just sort of like both lean against sort of this mirror and sort of are staring at this big glass ball in the center. And as they grow a little quieter and a little calmer, their eyes focus on the moon and the stars reflected in this giant glass ball. They can sort of see into the night sky, the twinkling stars as they stare into it. The night sky sort of curved into a ball in front of them. It's beautiful.
It's really beautiful. You know, I feel bad that I haven't kept in touch with you guys more.
Everybody's busy. It's it's like it's normal.
I guess. Just feels like, I don't know. You know, do you ever feel like we're all kind of completely different, but like also somehow the exact same? It's like so strange.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like that's not the Nance that we knew at all.
No,
But
but
like
maybe that was
also,
also always the
yeah,
Nance
yeah,
that
yeah,
we knew. You know
exactly,
what I mean?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you keep in touch with anyone else?
uh, um, no, no, I guess we were emailing and then yeah, no, I guess not.
Do you still have a crush on Nance? Remember when you told me with the
Yeah,
butterflies?
okay, I was a kid. I don't have a crush on Nance.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just checking. I just thought I would check.
But she she really got out of the awkward stage, eh?
Yeah, she did.
Like glow up, my friend. Wow.
Yeah, Nance is still pretty great. I mean, even when she was awkward, she was pretty great, though.
It's true. Honestly, I'm glad she brought us out here. It's kind of beautiful.
Same.
Same.
But don't tell her I said that,
Oh,
because that'll go straight
it's
to her
sealed.
head. Yeah, thank you.
And that's the scene.
That was cool. I liked it.
Thanks, Kurt.
Okay, sorry.
I don't know what to do.
We have one more scene.
We have
Yeah.
one more scene.
You could just have a little denouement with your own character if you want. Just explore a moment to yourself, or you can reconnect with Nance.
Yeah, I mean, I think I want to do this, but I don't know how it'll work. But we'll just figure out how it works because I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
So I think Cherise comes out to connect with Nancy and be like, hey, so are we going in this thing or?
I really want to, but I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This is fucked. Basically, this is it's like the floors are collapsed everywhere, and I cannot get in.
Right.
I've spent like
right.
the last 15 minutes just.
Well,
I cannot get in.
What if we went around the like through the exit? Because that comes out on that side, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we go in through the
Actually.
back way, I don't know where we'll come out. That's the only thing. Because obviously this is not going to happen. But
Are you high?
what?
Are you high?
Am I high?
Are you high?
That's a weird question to ask me right now. We're about to go through a maze.
Oh my god, you are high. I'm not asking because I'm mad that you got high. I'm asking because like why didn't you invite? Okay, whatever. It's fine. I'm
What?
chill.
Okay, well, are we going in this maze, or should we wait for Lou?
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna split hairs. Let's go around the and
okay,
like,
let's go around the back. Okay.
characteristically now, I guess Nancy like walks in front to sort of walk around the structure, and we get to the emergency door. She's like, here goes, with like a hearty kick. And I think it does like it's more of a kick than was needed because the door like
Whoa.
we hear a little tinkling of further broken glass.
Yo, Nance, that was badass, but like that's a really broken door now, man.
Wasn't exactly trying to do it. I will take it, I guess.
Hopefully, this place is insured.
You're so high. That doesn't even make any... Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so... Wow, it looks really different.
Oh my God,
Okay.
it looks really different. What is that? And at this point, like, we see amidst the mirrors, amidst the crumbled and partially collapsed floor, exactly where Lou was pressed against the wall, so stranded and lost, cut off by the tough kids.
Yeah.
There's just a door that is open, and it's clearly a staff break room.
Oh. Maybe this is where the rumors came of people making out.
Ew, like people looked at them? Like the staff was in there just watching through the mirrors?
No. I mean, maybe people went into the staff room to make out.
Oh.
Because then you'd be hidden. And then that's why we never saw it. There was always rumors about it, but you never see it in here. So you're like...
Cherise, did you make out in the staff room?
I did not make out in the staff room.
Oh, super convincing. Right.
I did not. I would not classify it as that. I would not say. I would not use those words. I would not use those words.
All right.
I may have kissed someone once in the staff room, but make out, I don't know.
You didn't.
I may have.
And then I think Nancy leans in and just was like, was it Lewis?
What? Oh no! Oh my gosh, no.
What?
No, I mean,
What?
no. I
Is that-
love
why is
no.
that so-
I mean, I
can
love
ask
Lou.
you
I
that.
mean, no. I just mean, I don't know. That would be weird.
What? What? I mean, he's kind of cute, right?
Yeah, he is cute. I just don't know if he's my cup of tea. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
whatever. It's fine. I'm not saying anything.
it wasn't
it's kind of
Lou.
a glow up, right? Like he's kind of.
I mean, yeah. I
a
mean,
glow-up.
just so many glow ups today.
What? What do you mean?
I just mean I feel like we've all glowed up. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you look gorgeous, Cherise. You look so good.
Yeah, no, that's really convincing. Thanks, Nance. No, yeah, we've all glowed up. Yes, yeah, we're all great. Thumbs up all around.
Okay.
But no, it
You
was
know
not.
what?
It was not Lou.
We're not even. We've like totally lost the thread here. I don't. Let's just.
Well, we should check out
we'll
the
go
staff
somewhere
room.
else. Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's let's go somewhere else.
Yeah. I don't want you falling into a pit or something and then dying, and then I have to.
Ugh, you'd have to carry my corpse. Yeah, it'd be terrible.
Honestly, just the worst, basically.
I know.
Okay. Let's go find Lou. Find his corpse or whatever.
Yeah, let's go find his corpse. It's probably kicking around here somewhere.
We'll cut it there.
Yeah.
Ideal. Great. I was very entertained. I was having a
much
great
drama.
time.
Because you're
So much
you're our
drama.
spectator. Yeah, I know. There's definitely drama.
So much drama in this.
So, being mindful of your time and the arc of the story, do we want to do maybe one more place?
I think that's about right.
I think one more place is good.
That's what I was thinking.
I was just because you mentioned it, Amanda, and just
What?
because it does exist and I have never gotten the chance to play it yet.
Oh.
I would
Yeah.
love if we pulled in the merry-go-round.
Sure, let's go to the merry-go-round.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this one was designed by one of our incredibly talented, fabulous guest authors, Momedos. Momedos will be joining us on this project to do exactly this, specifically the merry-go-round,
Cool.
as if summoned by you.
Summoned out of the air.
Summoned.
Give me that merry-go-round.
Could someone read out our little prompts for our childhood merry-go-round?
Sure. The merry-go-round. A placid whirl with warm, glowing lights. Choose 3. A shining, smiling horse, or perhaps unicorn. Bits of mirror to reflect the gaiety. Ooh. A brilliant chariot decked in lights. I did love those chariots. The wide canopy, an umbrella of protection. Plastic poles that braid through the platform, and a humming engine discreetly tucked to the side.
I'm going to pick humming engine tucked to the side just because I like it. Why not? Let's show the gears.
It's always there. My favorite are the engines that are in the little rooms on carousels. Have you ever seen that? Where they like have to open the door?
Oh.
Ooh.
And then they have to go in the center of the carousel.
Oh, in the center. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a whole... I don't know what happens in there. I've never been in.
Yeah, what's going on in there?
Mysteries, probably.
Can we add that place?
Secrets. Secret room.
Maybe our humming engine is discreetly tucked to the middle.
It's where they keep the unicorns, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm down with middle engine.
Middle engine. How about...
You mentioned unicorns, and we
Gotta
have
do
to
the
have the
horse.
shining, smiling horse, and I do think it is a unicorn.
I think we gotta go with a brilliant chariot decked in lights for me. Is gonna be my pick. So, like, also love sitting in the chariots when I was a kid.
It always seems so cool, but then when you think
You're
about it a
not
second time, you're
moving.
like,
I
"What?
know.
It's the worst part."
It's really only a cool place, I think, the chariots, if you have people that you're with that are cool.
You can play.
Well, because then you can kind of like all sit there together and then you can all feel cool and be like, oh, we're sitting in the chariot. But otherwise, yeah, you're just like, I want to be moving. I don't want to be stationary. I want to be going up and down. What is this?
We got questions.
All right.
Kurt?
Reading my mind, Anthony. Who felt the dizziest but tried to hide it? I think Nance can take this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's nothing wrong, right? It's just...
Yeah.
I mean, I can be the dizziest if you want.
Yeah, too late now.
That's where things really broke down. We debated who would be the dizziest for 20 minutes.
Well, I just mean, I feel like it doesn't make a lot of, I guess, logical sense based on the character that I've created. But also, I feel like it's a good foil for my character to be the character that's like, I love the carousel, but like I'm always really dizzy on it. Like that's a fun.
That actually is really good. All right, you've convinced me.
Do you want me to take it? Yeah.
It's
not conventional, I guess, but I feel like in it being super unconventional is what makes it so interesting.
Yeah, play with those themes. You know I'm on board. Was there a favorite horse that everyone liked to ride?
Yes. I wanted to say that there is this like majestic unicorn that is that is just legendary in our minds.
We all love the unicorn. We like all took turns. Was there a time that we all tried to ride that unicorn together?
Sure, when you're a little smaller.
Yeah. I love that actually because finally now there's common ground for this weird thing that's just Sharice's thing.
Yeah, we all love the unicorn though. Cool.
Okay.
The scene prompts.
Gonna read them? Our new tradition?
Well, were you reading this one? Anthony, were you reading?
Go for it. Yeah, Anthony, go for it.
That's right.
Yay.
Scene prompts. A last hurrah. Fitting for our last location.
Scene, yeah.
Find one helps you down. Blinded by the lights. Giddy up. falling off a horse, ouch, or sitting side by side, maybe in a chariot.
Huh.
I think I want giddy up. I'm just gonna take it.
Do it.
Giddy up. I
Oof.
think I think how this happens is I'm riding a high from all of us getting out of that last situation in the Halls of Illusion.
Yeah.
Nancy's like, yeah, everything is just like it should be. And so the merry-go-round is just like the perfect spot to just, we're just gonna vibe this out. This is a gift. This is a gift to Cherise, who saved us.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like I feel like the carousel's slow enough that you could go from like horse to horse or like spot to spot while it goes. And I think how this opens is Nancy to Cherise is just like, it's open. It's got to be yours.
You have to.
You have to.
Okay, I'm gonna run. Here I go.
And we run after you. And then I think like Lou grabs one of your feet to boost you up, and I like grab you from under the shoulder, and we're like,
Yeah. And Cherise like triumphantly like sits atop the unicorn and looks out, and there's two like maybe like sort of pastel colored like majestic horses. They're like pastel colored, but then their accents are like one of them's silver and one of them's gold. So like kind of also like some of the fanciest horses that flag the unicorn. And Cherise is like, quickly get on before it gets fast, and is like, hurry up.
And we scramble.
All right. And then
there, yeah.
you guys get on just maybe as it's starting to like gain the momentum, because if you guys know on carousels, there's always this part where like it's a little too late for you to climb on something safely because it's going a little too fast. So you just get on as that's happening. We're all secure. We're all holding on to our poles, and Cherise just calls out, "Giddy up!"
We'll echo the chorus. Giddy up!
Giddy up!
That's all I want from that scene.
That's such a good scene.
Just what I was
So
looking
cute.
for.
I love it.
It's you and me, right, Amanda?
It's you and me. Is there anything that speaks to you?
I can't decide between a kind one helps you down and sitting side by side.
Those are the two I'm stuck between.
No, Amanda,
yes,
no.
they are. That's what I wanted to do.
We have to flip a coin for them. I've got a loony. Heads or wait. Okay.
Okay.
We'll flip. Yeah.
Yeah.
You call what heads is, which one of them heads is, and you'll do whichever one comes up. Does that make sense?
Yes. I'm going to say that heads is us sitting side by side, and tails is someone helping you down.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, that totally worked. It's heads.
Heads. Okay. So sitting side by side is me.
I'm side by side. You're sitting side by side. I'm a kind one helps you down.
Okay. So who's going first? Okay, wait. Rock, paper, scissors, me. Or who goes? Winner goes first. Winner goes first. Ready?
Winner goes first. Ready?
Okay, ready? Rock,
paper,
scissors, and then throw.
Yeah, shoot.
Throw.
No, it's a tie. It's a tie. All right, ready? Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, you're first.
All right, so I'm going to the lag. The lag is real when you try to play rock, paper, scissors online. That's what we just discovered. There's some lag. Okay, I'm gonna do it's sitting side by side. So I think this is like we got on the carousel and we just haven't gotten off, and this is like our fourth ride. And I think the people that are running the carousel are like trying, like there's a line. So they're trying to make us get off, but every time we just like try to run somewhere else. And this time I think Charisse has gotten the idea that like, oh, if we go in the chariot, they can't find us. Which is not how that works. But to her, it's like if we're in the chariot, we're like safe. We're like immune.
Makes perfect kid logic.
Also, to her, she's like, then we're giving other people a chance on the horses. So like, what is there to be mad about? Like, we're just relaxing at this point.
Nobody even wants the chariot, except when sometimes if it's the only spot left.
That's right. Like, it's kind of empty anyways right now. Like, no one's sitting here. So if the three of us just sit here, we're kind of doing them a favor when you think about it. Okay, so we're going to go into the chariot on the carousel and grab a seat.
I imagine we're all kind of like hunkered down, like hiding a little bit and like laughing, like.
We think we're being mischievous, but we're not. Yeah, exactly. Do you guys think, like, honestly, I don't even think they can see us when we're in the chariot because, like, you can't even see our heads above this thing. It's so tall.
You can't even see any of us in here.
I know.
Wait, Charisse, but it turns around, right? So
Yeah.
the back of the chariot is gonna face the guy.
The guy. What if we move around it when it turns and go to the other side?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. Then no one will know.
Okay. The countdown, dude, the countdown just worked really well. Do you want to count us down again?
Yeah, let's count down again. Okay, ready? Okay, ready. On 5. On 5.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
I'm scared about this.
Don't be
She's
scared.
gonna be okay.
Fidgeting.
Fine, they're not gonna know. And also, they can't kick us off because it's actually against the rules of the park. Ginger told me that. They can't
Ginger's
kick you.
always right. Ginger's always right.
Especially if you just stand still, they can't grab you. So, okay. 1, 2.
Lou reaches out and like grabs Nance's like fidgeting hands, like just like to calm her down.
3, 4. Magical unicorn 5.
And we shoot around the outside.
Yeah. In the least subtle way possible.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
There's no way that everybody hasn't seen us.
Everyone has seen us, but no one makes us get off the ride, so we think that we are basically invisible.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to end that scene, honestly. I feel like that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a cute little vignette.
Final scene for Child Us.
Yeah.
It's going to be Anthony.
Final scene for Child Us. As called earlier, it's a kind one helps you down is the scene prompt.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been on this ride for a while, and we have been running around the outside of the chariot for like several rotations now, and we are like having the best time. But like we finally see like Charisse's like mom and dad have like come back to try to find us, and they're like waving at us from like outside of the merry-go-round. And so eventually we decided, okay, we do have to get off the ride, and we're trying to avoid the guy at the front gate because we still think he's like we're like evading him, and so we're gonna like instead of walking down the stairs, we're gonna like jump off the side, but it's a big drop, and we all kind of like get to the side for a second and like look down and look at each other, and Lou goes, I'll help you down, and Lou jumps down and like puts out a hand to to help Cherise down.
I can't jump.
Why?
I'm gonna fall.
No. Here.
No, I'm gonna
You
fall. I'm gonna fall.
no,
I'm
you
gonna
can-
fall. I
No,
don't
here,
know
I'll
where
give you
my
a
feet are.
piggyback.
I don't feel right. I've been on this ride too long.
Cherise.
Oh no.
Think about the unicorn. Queen Priscilla III of Candyland diorama, Super Chocolate Falls.
Oh my gosh, don't say chocolate. I think I ate too much candy and the unicorn is spinning in my mind. I'm trying to focus.
Cherise, think.
Ah!
You talked to her today, right? You rode on her back. What did she tell you?
Trust. And then Charisse just jumps.
And Lou's not quite ready for it, but it's not the biggest disaster as Lou
Great.
kind of grabs Cherise and they hit the grass and tumble over a little bit.
Nancy, jump! You have to
Nancy
trust.
does immediately, lands on both of you, and we
Great.
all just collapse into a pile of giggles.
Great.
And that's the scene.
Oh,
As we get up and we like sneak through the gates and we run to Cherise's parents who are waiting with cotton candy and we get a sugar high and just have a blast.
Charisse definitely throws up. That's definitely.
Later in the day, Cherise definitely throws
For
up.
sure, at some point, yeah.
Uh-oh.
We have our last set of scenes, saying goodbye to our characters. We will choose 3 of the following to establish the abandoned merry-go-round. Dug up horses thrown to the side, enough holes in the canopy to spy on the sky, disassembled machinery, important parts stolen, a chariot ridden by dirty mannequins,
Ew.
pamphlets for a missing cat, and a tent unoccupied.
Interesting.
A chariot ridden by dirty mannequins.
So good. It has
I
to be
do
the
love that
chariot
one.
that we rode in that day, if we can remember, you know.
Oh, it's for sure the same one.
I want like dug up horses thrown to the side.
Yeah, for sure. I'll grab enough holes in the canopy to spy on the sky because
Wow.
I quite like the imagery of that because we're probably near the end of our run, which means night.
Eye
you know?
gazing? Oh, night. I see.
Yeah.
We've got our final set of scene prompts.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a little dark. What happened to the horses? If we kick the engine, it might turn on. Songs from before, and what never changed, and recapturing that merry feeling.
I want to do what never changed.
Okay, lead us off.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think this was like part of our plan originally to come to the carousel and like finish off the day as we usually would. And I think Cherise has been like kind of trying to downplay the carousel the whole day. Like, oh, we don't really have to go to the carousel. Like, it's just going to be a disaster. It's all falling apart. And they get there and she's ready to basically be like, I told you so. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, this thing is a mess. This whole park is a mess. This is insane. How is this even still here? How is this land not being used for literally anything else at this point? This is crazy. I can't believe it.
Well, it's not, right? So we're here.
I guess so. And once again, we are here, the 3 of us.
The 3
You
of
couldn't
us.
make it.
Pardon?
Ginger couldn't make it.
She never could make it, could she?
She could never make it.
She never could.
Not
It's
after
okay.
that one. Not after that one summer. She never came again.
I love Ginger, but I just feel like the three of us had something, you know? Like those were they were good days. I remember them so well.
They were good days.
Yeah. Yeah. I think about it. You know? It's just... It was good. I guess it still is.
I guess so. But how are we going to ride this carousel? I mean, what's the point of coming to the carousel if we can't even ride it?
Oh my god. Cherise, do you think she's still here?
What?
No, I don't think so. She's got to be. I mean, look. I don't know.
Oh.
Yes.
She.
Queen
Priscilla
the third of Candyland
Oh my
Diorama
gosh.
Chocolate Fountain Extravaganza.
Chocolate fountain.
How do you remember that? Are you bullshitting right now?
Honestly, it is stored up here forever because the number of times, Cherise, that you said that to me,
Oh my god.
I could never forget. Okay? I could never forget.
So stupid. I guess we have to check though, don't we?
Yes, of course we do. We have to check. Come on. Come on.
Okay. And Cherise, climbs up onto the carousel with everyone. I guess we walk around to the back because that's where she'd be right now because of the way that it's rotated.
Yeah.
There's no way. Wow. I mean, she's looking rough. She definitely looks older, but I can't believe she's still on here and she still has her horn.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, if she's not attached, you could take her home.
Oh my god. You could take her home.
How? Guys, I cannot take where would I put a unicorn? And this has got to be a heavy
Honestly,
unicorn.
your mom's garage is so big.
It's kind of big.
I don't think Tracy would even notice.
I mean, can I really take a unicorn? That feels... I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if I can... That's a lot. That's heavy. These horses are heavy. They're not made to be moved. I don't even know how many people it took to potentially come in here and take any of these. This is... But I can't believe it's still here. That's so crazy.
You should get on her. You know, for old time's sake. Come on. Cherise. This is who you are.
I can't get on her. No, that's.
You should. You should.
All right, I'll get on if it'll. You guys will shut up. I'll get on. Jesus. Okay. And Cherise climbs onto the unicorn and sits on it. Wow.
How's it feel?
Honestly, feels kind of great.
Hell yeah. Woo! Yeah.
And Cherise kind of starts to cry, but she tries to not show that she's crying. She tries to like hide it and like look up so that people can't see her face.
Oh, baby, come here. And like you're still up on the horse, but like Lou just like wraps his body around you and holds you tight.
I think I'm immediately going to tack on the next scene.
Do
and it's
it.
just going to be a little glimpse of what's happening. I'm going to grab songs from before, and I think just really softly, I think that Nancy joins the embrace and starts singing that theme from that coaster, but slowly and softly. And it's all that we can hear. It's quiet. There's nobody here for long ways around, surrounded by park, surrounded by parking lot beyond that, and the green space on the other end. And just the quiet notes as they flutter off, heard once and not again.
The most fun you'll ever have.
That's
Oh
right.
my gosh.
Do you want to take us home, Anthony?
Sure. We're gonna do. I'm choosing my prompt. It becomes obvious. Oh, we hug, and then Lou steps back. What happened to the horses? Like, a bunch of them are gone, and do you understand what that means?
That they became real.
Oh my god, that is so Cherise. I cannot handle it.
I'm
That-
kidding.
handle
I'm
it.
kidding. They probably did not become real.
Okay, you took me back in time for a second. No, it means that someone took them
Yeah, I
with
know.
their human hands.
Yeah.
And what do we have? 6 human hands.
Yeah,
These
but
babies were built for this moment.
That's what they're all about, Cherise.
I feel like these are really heavy, guys. Like, these are not easy to take.
Cherise, babe, and like puts her hands on your shoulders. These hands have been fidgeting my whole life. I've been holding it back all day. I hold it back every day. And now, only now, do I realize that they were waiting for this exact moment.
Hell yeah. Cherise, shut the fuck up.
Shut
We're
the fuck up.
taking this unicorn.
Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess we're taking this unicorn then.
It's only
Oh,
12 and a
boy.
half steps. Come here.
I mean, it's definitely more than that because we got to get out of the park.
Shut up. Okay, I'll count us in. 3, 2, got it?
We get our shoulders in underneath the unicorn.
1, go.
And we like pull up and we like take it off the pole that is on. Luckily the pole above is broken.
Gosh.
And we lift this like fiberglass unicorn up and into the air. And it's heavy, but
It's really heavy.
it's not as heavy as you'd think. And there's like a little moment of like, right.
Right.
Everything seemed different when we were kids. But it is awkward. But that does not stop us. If you could watch from above this decaying park as it melts into the forest that surrounds it, you'd see 3 figures holding
In the
between
chariot.
them.
And then also us.
Right. you'd see the 3 mannequins in the chariot, of course.
Of course.
And then you'd see 3 young adults, like just slowly schlepping this massive fiberglass unicorn across the park, past the Hall of Mirrors and the makeout break room, and the coaster, and to the gap in the fence, where with like a yelp, Luke kicks through the last like 4 more of the boards, to make a big enough hole for the unicorn, and we get it out. And about like 45 minutes later, at like 2:20 in the morning, we are standing in front of Tracy's garage back at Sherese's mom's house, and the unicorn is lying in the garage, and we all just sort of like step back and admire our work.
That's it.
That's
our
it.
game for sure.
We stole a unicorn.
So, thank
Beautiful.
you so much to every single person who joined us tonight, and for every single person who's joining us from the future. Greatly appreciate you tuning in, and hope you liked the game. Here We Used to Fly either is currently on Kickstarter or is going to be launching on October 25th, 2022. I hope you consider joining us for more journeys like these. Thanks so much, everyone.
Yeah, kickstart this game. Look how it was brilliant. It was so fun, and this man is he's a genius, but don't tell.
You could have your own unicorn.
That's the slogan of the game.